Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to a Secret Santa stream program. With me also, please let me know if this looks or sounds horrifying. I have all the settings tweaked differently, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Unfortunately, your designated streamer for the evening is a little slow and bad at this. Hey, Pizza Pete! How you doing, my dude? Thank you for the 17 months. I hope you guys are having an awesome holiday season, and if you did have a Christmas either yesterday or today, you had a good one, and I hope if you had a Boxing Day, you won, and you kicked their ass, or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, last stream I had settings all the way that they used to be, and now I've got it on the new NVENC thing, and I don't know what any of that crap means. I don't even like my computer, I just use it sometimes. I'm not even good at it. Tegan, thank you for the sub. And also, MSH, what's up, my dude? 23 and 50. Amazing. I got my stream coffee set up, though, just the way I like it. So some things never change. Here, let me put some music on in the background for a minute while we get all in the mood. How's our balance there? Are we good? I don't really care. If it's not right, just mute the stream and put on some, like, dope techno music or something. Pew, 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 pew. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm streaming today on Christmas Day of all days, it's because my family's had a little bit of a COVID scare. We've had little pockets of people in bubbles, and we have a lot of babushkas that we have to take care of and shuffle around that we've been trying to protect from the coof. Unfortunately, we've had one cousin and two babushkas who have tested positive for the coof, and my brother and his wife think that they might have it as well because she goes over there all the time, like every day, to cook them lunch. And I saw her and gave her a big ol' hug last Sunday, so I might have it too. So what I'm telling you is please don't lick your speakers right now. You might want to spray them with some stuff. I'm not worried about it. It's whatever. Nothing I can do about it at this moment anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on rolling and hope you guys are having a Merry fucking Christmas. I'm going to stream today and also Saturday if I am able. But yeah, I'm just going to goof around right now. I've got a game queued up. Let me see if I can put it on this here internet thing of ours. Oh no, the music. Bye-bye, jingly bells. No, wait, I'm not ready for the fade. No. I guess we have to. Let me see if I can remember what buttons do what. Sorry, I'm missing some subs. I do have my alerts thing set up here, although it's not alerting me properly at all. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't really working. Thanks, Streamlabs, for being useless. And also mining all of my data. There we go. Stilincy, thank you so much for the sub as well. Okay. I suppose it is me. Oh, Buckus. Sharon, making it rain on him. I figured out a few things to do with the new Twitch dashboard. I did figure out how to turn on emote-only chat mode, which I got mistaken at first. I thought it was emo only, and I was like, wow, that seems like a really weird specific thing. And how do you know? Like, do you measure how many blue streaks they have in their hair and how much guy liner they're wearing? I don't know. Like, that's not even right. What the fuck? Game capture, that's what I wanted. See, I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional internet video streaming man. Trust me, I know all of the buttons. Just watch me move. Study my maneuvers so you too someday can become an internet stream man. Why is that at the wrong resolution? That's not right. I guess I'll just shrink it, or is that right? It is right. Look at those red balls. Everybody loves red balls. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Where'd my chat go? Gonna need that thing so I can see that Corbin X is giving people subs. Thank you. Happy Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are having a good holiday saison. So this is the Viscera cleanup detail Santa's Rampage. Please let me know if there are any shitty audio quality issues. I will probably fail at fixing them. So I haven't done anything in this. I'm just going to go ahead and clear the office though, just in case. If we go to the office with a loud thumping noise. Uh-oh. I don't like that OBS looks to be frozen right now. There it goes. Sploosh. Sploosh. Yay, it's Christmas. Christmas shattering. Now that's how you know you're having a good Christmas, if there's glass shrapnel flying around everywhere. No jobs here. That's looking a little dirty. Let's go ahead and clean that up a bit. Thank you guys, and happy holidays to you as well. What's on this floor? Looks like some interesting glow effects and some takeout. Everybody's favorite Christmas dinner. Nothing special down here. The actual Viscera cleanup detail has a bunch of meta stuff in the office, but it looks like this is just, you know, shoes, hats, whatever. I haven't played this at all, so I'm kind of excited to see what it's all about. I assume there's going to be Viscera for us to clean up. Is there a... Hang on, let me see if there's a... That loud scrolling noises. Is there an audio thing for music? It is on. Okay, just wanted to make sure I hadn't muted it. Sometimes I do that when I play a game. On my own, I just mute the music and start playing a 10-hour remix of Crab Rave in the background. It's nice. Or Africa by Toto. Or Africa by Boombada. Begin! Alfarius, thank you so much, my dude. Hello, Merry Xmas to everybody. What is that, Pizza Pete? Why do you have a hat on my... Hang on, I must... Halt. There's a Christmas hat on him. Aww. What a fellow. Oh, jeez. What? No. Loud bells. There we go. Our occupation... Oh my god, that's so loud in my headphones. What in the hell? How do I turn that down in just my headphones? I don't need that kind of noise in my headphones. Here, I got an idea. I'm gonna do some audio mixing foo. I'm gonna turn down the game audio and turn up the stream audio. Okay, that's... Sorry! My bad. Extremely loud noises. Hold my fish. I'm going in. I'm going hard. Slips! Wow. Thank you guys so much. And also, I don't know how the hell to tell when somebody gives a multi-tier sub thing or upgraded tier. I don't even know how Twitch works, guys. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just... I don't know what the hell you guys are looking for in me, but I hope I've got it. Alright. So this is it. Looks like someone's been through here. Oh, they're not monsters. They're elves. Good, fuck them. Elves are cannibals. Hey, that's not my name. I'm not Ping Zero, although I do know him. Got some sticks. Beep, beep, beep. I guess every one of these elves had a different stick. This is Trixie Pine Hat. I hope I don't have to remember how Trixie Pine Hat died. It appears... Maybe I should leave these with them for documentation purposes, because old Winkle Snuffles was beheaded and belegged. We probably won't be able to finish this one today. I'll just get it started if I can. So let's go ahead and wipe up some of these footprints. That would be an interesting take on Viscera cleanup detail if you only tried to clean up the evidence. I guess that is kind of what... Am I a criminal? Is this bad? I have a sudden feeling like I'm gonna go to jail for this. Thank you guys so much all for coming back. It's great to see so many old names in chat. I had a bunch of fun last time. If you missed the last stream, probably for the best. Being honest, I was bad at it then, and now that I've got some more experience, I'm even more bad at it somehow. Oh my gosh, this mouse sensitivity is... There will be frequent breaks for me to go, what the fuck? And it doesn't appear that there are... There we go. Sure. A little bit less jittery. Might as well give it some time to do a frame. Hey, Foxy. Thank you. I'm glad as well that I had fun. It would have been really weird if I didn't, because then I would be like... fuck this shit. Oh, I know how that one died. Stepped on some broken glass. That'll do you every time. So is there no incinerator here? Whoa. That's a big one. What's inside of it? I hope it's a pony. I hope everybody got what they wanted for Christmas, and what everybody wanted was a pony. Then if anybody asks you, like, did you have a good Christmas? You won't have to say, nay. Your pony will say it for you. Okay, so we'll just use the fireplace for, destruction purposes, but it does look like there is another one over there that should work. Let's see if we've got Santa Spirit. Nope, we haven't got any weird limbs yet. I wonder if you even can on this one, because the limbs are all elven. Oh, I know why it's making all that freaking noise. I figured out how to rotate stuff, guys. Look at this. I know how to video game. I'm a big boy now. Good night, sweet musical prince. Maybe we'll try more of that later, but it was getting a bit irritating. It did set the mood nicely, though. I probably shouldn't be messing around mopping too much. I'm just trying to clear a path so I can play around in here and look at all this stuff. Can I sit? That's gonna be a no. How do I open the present? Ugh. I already know how to destroy things. Maybe if I just lightly melt the wrapping paper off? That's one method. Alright, we'll try the other method. Get him! I don't think I can open these. And also, glass does not burn. Game, what are you doing? What are you... It's fine. It's fine. It's a festive mess. This is the meme incarnate. Do something! Do something! I like that they make little jingles when you... Aww. They're jingly boys. Where'd that bucket go? Here we go. So let's explore a little bit. Looks like we've got a back bedroom here. Oh, knives to meet you. That's not safe. Ah, this must be how we open the presents. I mean, first off, R.I.P. Pepperonis. Gimme. Give. The most important lesson, the one that I'm constantly having to remind my nephew of, is cut away from your groin area. He is going to give himself an immediate instant castration one of these days. That's my strategy, by the way. My brother has too many nieces and nephews, so one of my survival strategies, by the way. Oh, thank you guys so much for the subs. Hang on, I'm monologuing here. Give me a minute. My new strategy, a Christmas life hack. If you guys also have too many nieces and nephews, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm ready to do this year. Instead of giving them normal Christmas presents, I got them all PCP and knives. So that way, next year, there will only be one of them, whoever survives. Yay! It's Christmas. Shorty tickler. What the hell? This looks like a candle. Oh yeah, just like those candles. Let's see if these candles work. That's not how candles work at all. Let's see if this candle works. Ooh. Yep, that candle worked perfectly. That was a spicy candle. Okay. Alright, hang on a second. I gotta figure out this sub-events thing. Sim Kyron and Ken605 and Wyatt93. Thank you guys all for the brand new subs. You guys are amazing. And Kisco and Coley Pie and Brojon and Alfarius and Extendo. Thank you guys all very much for the resubs. I don't really think there's a difference. To me, you're all just being awesome. Here, put a little hat on it. Build a little fence around it. Throw a blanket over it. Sorry, I don't like Bravest Warriors, but I do like Catbug. So there is indeed a what a load disposal bin thing, but I guess we're going to have to use the actual fireplace here. Should I just destroy all the presents? Because I don't like that one. Get out of here. I'll leave the rest of them for now. Let's see. We've got to clear out a spot to get upstairs. Weaving away through the broken glass. I am not going to stream this for the duration of the stream. Oh, jeez, I did the thing. Bad bucket. For the duration of the stream, we'll mess around with some other stuff. I think there's a Christmas map in a bunch of different games that are on my library. So if you guys know of any games that are doing cool Christmas events, let me know. This is very old. I just have never done it before because I am lazy as fuck. Well, I do happen to play games that are very work-like, so I guess that's not all bad. I got precisely one game on the Steam winter sale. And it is a total jank festival. Maybe we'll check that shit out at some point. Perhaps we'll do it tamale. Or perhaps we'll do it tole. Hey, J-Ship, if the stream quality looks terrible, it's because J-Ship was like, yeah, I'll help you fix your stream quality. And then he fucked it all up. And was like, oh, well, just Google it. What a guy. Alright, whoa. Why don't you take a seat right over there, Mr. Jingly Bells? That's so festive. What a doll. Does this work? No, it's some Halo trash. No thanks. Alright, what do we got here? Santa. My parents say I was good, so I could write to you and ask for stuff. So I want the new Super Turbo Jet Race car. With all the extras. Also, I want lots of chocolate and the Y-Pad 8. Dewy water patch. Whatever. Fucking nerd. Mr. Santa, I was good this year, so I want a pony and a bike and a new clarinet too. The pony is going to be a yes, but it will be dead. Mellow, Mr. Santa, I don't want any more stupid books again. Nice. You must give me the new Ultra Mega Water Blaster Assault Cannon, and I want the big XX5 one, so it will be bigger than Kenny's one. I'm going to fill it with acid from my daddy's shop and spray down that old Mrs. Crouch's car. That teach her for calling the cops again? This guy's got a long and illustrious criminal career ahead of him. I want to indulge him in his list. Let's see if we can find some acid to send to little Timmy or whatever. There ought to be some around here. If this is Santa's workshop, I don't know how you could properly pull off being a Santa without a good-sized vat of acid. Can I fulfill any of those? Can I mail people? What is this madness here? We found the secret stash. Oh, it's just more dead people. Yay! Secrets. So festive. We found the super happy fun hole. We found Courtney Love's vagina. I was wondering where that got off to. The mass grave that keeps on giving. Alright, well, we've got most of the footprint making stuff out of the way. Access to the majority of the areas here. Oh, what happened here? Somebody got yeeted off the side. Yeet! I suppose we're going to have to keep all their USB sticks together so I can write all that down. There's probably a... What in the... It's the eternal, never-ending footprint of doom. Oh, I see. There's a big blood puddle down there. Whatever. Happy Christmas, everybody. We're spreading Christmas blood cheer. What is... There's a Cylon under the cupboard. I don't think I've read that children's story. Oh, they're just falling over on their own now. Cool. There's some caribou running through here I have to destroy. Alright, well, we'll see if there's some way for me to fulfill the acid request, but oh, there's even more of them. Dear Santa, I wanted some broken glass. Job done. There's so many. Mr. Santa Claus. That kid can't spell for shit. He wants a play box. Me too, buddy. Final notice, Mr. Claus. It is with great regret that I find myself forced to write this correspondence once more. Atrocious conditions upon the elven... Oh, fuck 'em. Tiny Littleton, Secretary General of the Elves. Your complaint has been noted. They want me to give them money. No, I guess I'm not Santa. I'm just cleaning up after... I guess Santa did all this. He finally had enough of his cannibalistic elves. Woo! Many candles. Hey, looks 2112. And what up, Shootin' Pooty? Shooty Pooty? Hey, Grub, how you doing, man? I made Christmas cheer. Yay! Oh. I cleaned it. Yep, they were going for the union. That'll never work. Oh, that's probably what knocked over all the buckets, too. Maybe I should stop playing with the explosive candles. Or whatever the hell you want to call those. Anyway, I used to watch this really great show called Dynamite. Or I don't think that was what the show was called. They just said it a lot. So there's more areas here for me to uncover. You know what? Just forget the blood. Just forget it. Forget it ever happened. I got an L. Now I need a... Well, it's also could be an F. Or you could use it to crush elves. So many presents in the workshop. I guess Santa was a bit of an alcoholic. You gotta keep festive somehow in those dark days. Caraboom! Somebody got a little too much fun out of this dart gun. Which is exactly the right amount of fun. Excuse me. Nice racks. Mrs. Santa Claus must have been an owner of some huge tracts of land. Does this work too? That'd be sweet, but I don't think so. Alright, so that's a dead end there. We got a nice little Christmassy hallway here with some festive. That's Dancer. That's Prance Car. That's Dingle Dongler and Wolf Blitzen. Yeah, I hope I don't have to give these toys to anyone because I'm just going to mix it up. And is there any way I can open these and stuff them full of dynamite? Oh. I don't think there is. Can I just... Sorry, Timmy. And also, sorry to the cat that was alive in that box. Hey, Calrog Man. The man with the hammer is here. And Darcy. Ah, Christmas coffee is the best. So yeah, a little bit weird to do a stream on Christmas, I suppose. But again, it's a crime of opportunity. And I've never done these before. I've always been like, no, I'm not doing holiday stuff. And I probably won't anymore after this either. But here we are. Let us enjoy some iceberg festive fun. Because it's better than kale. I don't think there's much I can do with this except for... I should probably... Let's see if I can find my tablet here. Okay, cool. So you are... Penny Big Ears. Let's see. Is there a notes? Penny Big... Here we go. We'll start writing our obituaries for all of our future cremated elflets. Jig Dinklebell. Every single one of these is going to be a porn star name, huh? Sounds about right. We found an elf for sale. It's 50% off. Whee! Where's your name tag? Probably up there. Oh, I guess that means this guy was not yeeted off, so... We're going to go with strangled by the look of the carotid artery. I don't know. Good. Festive. Itchy Frizz Pazzle. That would be a horrible porn star name. Don't go with anything itchy or scratchy or... The itchy and scratchy porn. Itchy Frizzle thing. I don't know his name. But it appears he was... eviscerated in half. 50% off. This seems slightly irrelevant. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish all this, but let's at least try to do it the right way. Shorty Tickler. Good name. Tickled to death. That's not true. We're going to lose points for that, but it's funny to me, so I'm going to go with it. Stokey Piddlefinger. Paperwork is the most important job. One must document their grand massacres. That's my secret code word for you got cut. Sorry, you're no longer on the elf team. You've been cut. Impy Tiny Toes. Don't know what his deal was. We'll figure it out later. And ooh, Perkin Snotsalot got the works there. I think they call that the William Wallace, because we got, you know, the torso remains. How about you guys in the back there? Let's see, no stick for you. Okay, we got another William Wallace over here. Winkle Snuffles. Willy Wallace. Please. So there's 3 elves here and 1 USB stick. I guess all 3 of them are named Winkly Snuffles. Unless, I probably grabbed them and put them in the machine, so... I don't know how to activate that. And I don't care! You get a banger for Christmas. Okay, so we're getting some of our documentation done. Figgly Faffler, another elf for sale. He also appears to be bleeding out of his nose. Figgly Faffler. I'll get that in there after I figure out Sticky Honey Toes. He looks pretty intact. Whoa. Figgly Faffler is jittering out of sight in this panel. I'm going to assume strangled because all of his limbs are intact. They are, in fact, intact. Scratchy sack vest, knifed into pieces. Pieces of them. We've got some elves in the cupboard. Not up on any shelves around here. I don't see any of these guys on any shelves. So, Weepy Sockfoot. Little Tinkles. And Tall Longfinger. Okay. Tall, Little, and Weepy. I mean, it works. Oh, that's not my mop. What happened to the one that got yeeted? I never saw his name tag. I figured it would be up here. Oh well. If I can't find something, I can just do this. Let there be God rays. I knew that was going to happen. I was just trying to burn away some of the gore. Silky Jingles is a very porn star name. Splat. Pretty much covers that. Nappy Fun Pants. That means different things to British people. I believe this belongs to that, but who knows? Catchy Little Arm. Once we're done with all of the labels here, we can start tossing these guys into the fire where they belong. He's intact, but he is extremely dead. You okay, buddy? Oh, yeah. Feeling very festive. Thank you. Weekend at Elvin Bernie's. You know why I don't feel bad for these guys? Because look at him. See those ears there? Yeah, that's an elf. Elves are cannibals. They eat each other. Snowy Stuffles. There's nothing worse in this world than elves. Deserved to die. In fact, this probably wasn't Santa doing all of this. This was probably a very, very hungry elf. What was his name? Snarky Tickles. Normal tickles are bad enough. Snarky Tickles must be very irritating. This guy was killed by Nerf Dart. I've heard of it before. It's very rare. And it takes a long time. Like, look at this. Look at how many Nerf darts you have to use. I'm just saying, it's like, it's a thing, it works, but it's inefficient. Whimsical Tiny Toes, stuffed in a bucket. Oh, jeez, I can't go down? Ah, here we go. R.I.P. Cannibelf. Wimpy Wiggle. Looks like he got the yeetment treatment. I assume he was standing right here and it was just like, this is Santa. Or something along those lines. Pixie Jangle Feet. I think that's all of the obvious elves. Now, sometimes in Viscera, you'll find them dangling and pinned to that. But that is... Oh, no, you know what? That's interesting. Come on down to the Price is Very Dead. Where's the top half of him? Whoa. Not my problem. Did we get this one? Yeah, we got that one. And we got all the ones up there. I don't think we got the ones in the back here. Oh, no, we got him. He's the only one. Yeah, let's go ahead and call that done. I guess we should do a count, a body count. One. Oh, wait, whoa. We're still looking for, people among roofs. None so far. None. All right, we'll start the body count up here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. We'll call it 9. Oh, yeah, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, unless that's 2 top halves. Yes, 2 top halves. 19. 20, 21, 22 and a half. Is this guy, are there some legs missing over here? No. I mean, maybe. No. Oh. Oh. Let's just go with 23. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Good news, everybody. We found all the dead people, possibly, maybe. Okay. So now we can get the fun buckets and start doing some actual cleaning. We'll finish the mopping after all of the gooey, bleedy parts are in the bucket. Well, I hope everybody got what they wanted for Christmas, and I hope that what they wanted for Christmas was extremely low expectations and quality. Because then you will never be disappointed. I didn't get this guy's name. Piney Stockings. Piney exploded, or thereabouts. Are we doing Twitch-approved gambling now? Good. I figured out how to set that up on my own, but I assume if the channel moderators or chat divas can figure it out, I'll just let them do that. Because they're better at it than I am. And I still want you guys to figure out, the one thing I want you guys to figure out is I heard that there was a way to make it so that they could use these sub points to ban people. And like, I mean, I know it's a bad idea. I know it'll end poorly. I just don't give a fuck. It would be fucking hilarious. Do it. But I'd like it. See, like, I don't want it to be a sub-only thing. I know you guys are going to be all elitist and, like, do your little internet Twitch class system or whatever. But I'd like even the lowliest pleb who wanders in off the street, if they can get enough points by, like, just hanging out to eventually be able to even ban, like, a whole moderator. Now, that would be extremely festive. I think you need a mod for that, and I don't know how to... The idea of even modding Twitch is just like, what the hell? Is this real? Or is this just fantasy? See, if you weren't always hanging out like that... It's a Jack in the Belf. You know what? You get the fireplace all to yourself, little buddy. Yeah, fully intact elves. Why is this bucket not burning? Oh, it just went. It takes a long time. Firewood. I don't think this guy's name got cataloged either. Tanky 2 feet. Oh no, he's a communist. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I'm seeing multiple pages on the same page at the same time. And you can't do that, that's illegal. I don't mind the occasional communist. They're fine. But I might occasionally ask them for bread. And then they will be mad. It is a little funny. It would be kind of funny to me if there were some communists watching a Twitch Christmas stream. Like, ho ho ho, I get all of your presents too. Okay, we got some bucket-worthy pieces here. Oh no, I'm an old-school street capitalist. I shoot people for Christmas. Merry blap blap blapsmas. I put the cap in capitalism. Hey, ho. Feeling around in the dark. There we go. Just ban anyone else if they want to talk about political systems. You know why? It's okay for me to do it, and it's not okay for you to do it. You know why? 'Cause I said so. Haha, we have rules, you have to follow them. I don't. And remember the most important rule. If you guys are curious about... There's some basic rules when you join the chat here. Those rules are simple. Don't be a dickhead. But there's another rule that I imply for my moderators only. So if you feel like moderator abuse is happening, you can first follow this rule before you petition me. The rule is this. Moderator abuse is totally okay as long as it's hilarious. To me, personally. So, if I laughed at you while you were being banned, you might want to save your breath on that request. Just saying. There you go. Blood for the blood gods. It's not a good stream if no one gets banned. Just, that's how it is. What, do you think we have those hammers just for looks or tenderizing elven meat? Oh no. I give them out to be used. I used to have some sort of a system and like logic behind my distribution of hammers, but now I just give them out at random to whatever homeless people wander by. You look like you have poor judgment. Welcome to the mod team. The other thing is, if you complain too much about being banned, then it will become hilarious, and then it will be okay. I reserve the right to moderate my own moderators as I choose. The truth is, like, I don't know, it's better if other people do it than me, because I'm just a salty asshole, and I'll ban people just for anything, if they personally irritate me. That guy knows the perfect cast. But if the moderators do it, they think that they're being, you know, part of some system, and they think there's some oversight, and they're going to be afraid of me, even though I have no idea what they're doing or care. Gonna need a bucket for that one. Not one of those buckets, though. Hey, Sleepy Joe. No, you exist. I follow you on Twitter, and you are doing streams. And go check out Sleepy Joe. He streams stuff. Usually video games, from what I saw. Seems like he streams a lot of weeb shit, though, so I don't know. Watch out. Unless you're into tentacles and dish plate eyes. That is hands down my favorite body part to throw away. And burn! Yeet. Yeet. Ooh, would have been a good one. Alright, are we done with body parts? It almost looks as if we are. So we'll do the body parts, then we will gather up the shell casings and count them as we go, and we'll be well on our way to a saved Christmas. Santa Janitor Man saves Christmas. I bet if Garbage Day runs on Christmas, those dedicated, lovely sanitation workers continue to do their duty. I mean, think about it. If there was no garbage service for all of these Christmas days that have happened since Christmas was invented in 1953, I think, the entire world would be overflowing with wrapping paper and bows, which would actually be kind of fucking awesome, so I don't know. I'm torn on that one. I'm cleaning! I'm cleaning! This guy will be easy to clean, I guess. He comes pre-installed in a bucket. Don't act like you didn't know that would happen. Don't act like you didn't see that one coming. Huh. Sure is a lot of arterial spray for a whole lot of no body parts, but I'll go with it. Maybe there's a hidden one somewhere. I don't need you, I just need your jingly bits. I want to put these severed heads and stuff in a Christmas present box and mail them to some kids. Be like that scene from Seven. Spoilers, I guess? From like a 20-year-old movie. Let me tell you how Citizen Kane ended, lads. It'll ruin it for you forever. Oh, you already know what I'm going to say about Citizen Kane. That it was actually a very dark and disturbing movie about the Hearst family's history of yellow journalism and their ability to influence politics and money with their media powers. Oops! Spoilers! Oh, wait. Oh, you meant the other... Right, yeah, I forgot about that. Whoa! Was it the Hearst family? Or some fuckers with the money and whatever. Lunch! I bet you if you put the caribou parts in the fire, instead of burning away and turning into nothing, they become delicious instead. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot about the sled thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, in the movie, they go sledding and everyone has a great time. And then yellow journalism. That's why they call it yellow journalism, because it happened in the snow. The most delicious parts of the snow. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to stream yesterday as well. I did say there was some slight possibility that I would. I was gone away for 3.5 days. Spending a little time enjoying or preparing for the Christmas nightmare scenario that actually never happened. But I'm glad I did. I feel very rested, and I am in good spirits. I hope you guys have had a good Christmas build-up. I've actually been having a pretty great month this month, so no complaints from me. And that's one of the reasons I want to be streaming more, is because, like, if I can sit in a car and drive for a couple of hours, I can absolutely do this. It's funny when you start thinking about the things that may or may not prevent you from being able to do a stream. And for me, the number one thing that prevented me from being able to do a stream was... I mean, yeah, it was physical stuff, but it was more my mind than anything else, because I don't mind streaming through a little pain. I've been in that before. Life is pain, as it turns out. But there's a lot more to it, and how it affects your noodle and your moodle as well. Also, being able to not be constantly distracted by that ping, ping, ping of whatever is in your body revolting against itself. I know I haven't been very cagey and kind of vague about my medical stuff, but there's actually been some really good news and positive things, and I'm going to continue to be vague and cagey about it because it's none of your business. I never ran a Kickstarter funding my transition from a broken human into a working human, so I guess I don't owe you guys the receipts. I understand the concern and all of that, but I don't think you need to worry about it. One's on me. Plus, the long and the short of it is, like I said, go listen to that Warren Zevon song. My shit's fucked up. Among other things. There was another Broke Bucket over here. Excellent film, by the way. Broke Bucket Mountain. Thank you, Floofy Spider. Yeah, it's been a journey, and I'm still on it. That's another reason I don't want to talk about it, is because it's like, hey, everybody, I'm all better. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm still all fucked up, but at the same time... I can be here and do the things. Okay, so we'll use this for our shell casings. Also, we need to have a philosophical discussion real quick. Ready? This is a shell casing. What the fuck is this? Does this count? I don't... Thank you, Imperial Scum. Yeah, that has been a real big contributor to my health problems. So kicking that habit is... a good idea. And a lot of my stuff was self-inflicted lifestyle stuff like that. It's not a big shocker to find out that some of the things you do aren't good for you. It's just that when your life strategy involves getting hit by a car at a certain age or dying in a plane crash, you may misvalue things that are bad for you in the long term. So that's why I have a modified version of YOLO. You only long term once. Because if you actually YOLO the way they wrote it, you're going to have a bad time. Alright, more shell casings. If you keep YOLOing around until one day you look around going, geez, I lived a lot of ones and I should have lived these maybe 2 or 3 at a time. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shellies. What? Oh, I thought the carpet was part of the blood. I'm not going to count those Nerf darts as shells because they are not shells, they are Nerf darts. Fight me, game developer. Or don't, you'd probably win. I'm very weak. And fragile. It's Italian. 6, 7, but at least I know how to count. Yeah, Santa appears to be very ammo efficient here. He's probably an expert shooter. Although, okay, we found his secret stash as well. And what looks to be an organ? What are you doing there? Xander, what are you doing here? I recently had to explain to someone why I hated the name Xander and why I loved the movie Starship Troopers. And if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. Hey, Rezi, thank you, my dude. And I'm sure I've missed a bunch of subs. Hang on, let me just check really quick here. Let's see. Mandalorian King, thank you for the sub. And Jux also as well. I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet. I don't know why. I was hoping for a Mandalesian. There's just too much for me to handle. Words are for nerds. I'm not counting these shells anymore. I'm just going to count however many make it into the bucket at the end. Or maybe just throw it in the fire and guess. I should bring the bucket, but I'm afraid to move it because physics. Oh, a Mandalorian would be cool because then you could, like, pull his arms up and have access to the inside of his torso. I'm going to give you a little nudge. Heh. Expert playing skill. I never do these things in a manner that would be time sensitive. I don't know, do you even get any points for being time sensitive in this? Is there any reason besides speed running for your ego? Lego my ego. You can't handle it. It's too big. I thought I didn't like Star Wars either, and it turns out I don't. That's probably why I haven't watched The Mandalorian. I like Pedro Pascal, though. Although, I mostly liked him when he was getting his head crushed. I've lost it. It's gone. My janitorial abilities are being drawn into question. Okay, good, I found it. For a moment there, I was so panicked. I became merely a shell of a man. Woohoo, I need a rim shot machine. Or I could just throw 2 cymbals and a snare drum down a flight of stairs and hope for the best. Rim shot RNG, save me. Alright, it's gotta be close to all of the shells, he said while picking up more of the shells. Who's ready for an exciting game of counting from 1 to probably 30? Crickets. 30 cricket chirps in a row. Sweet irony. I'm sure that there are more. I just have to uncover them from all of this visceral, gory goodness. Seems pretty shell-less at the moment. We'll call it good. Here's what I like about Star Wars. And I mean, this is all of Star Wars, including the EU and everything. My Star Wars love is for one thing and one thing only, and it is gonk droids. That's it. Everything else can go fuck. Go to fuck. I just love the little gonky boys. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do it in my head now. Fuck. Or I should probably do them in groups. Okay, there's a 5er. Silent streamer mode activated. As my brain churns. That's 10, I think. You can, if you listen carefully while I'm being silent, you can actually hear the gears going. If it's 30, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, so that's 15, I think. 24 by the look of it. I'm just going to put that in the machine now, because I don't actually know what it's going to be. 25-ish bullets. So all the gory bits... Oh, excuse me, physics? I didn't know you were standing there, too. Violating one of the laws of thermodynamics. So there was a chunk of meat here. Ew. Trying to clean up all the meaty parts so that no more blood will be spread once we begin the great mopathon of... Oh, no. Somebody's a Warhammer player. Happy Stickles. Looks to have been possibly murdered. Sorry, Happy Stickles. You are... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait! Fired! I think we're done with the bloody parts. That's not a bucket. Empty. Unsubscribed. Delete. Internet access has been killed. Getting a little jittery on my end. I hope the stream still looks good, and if it doesn't, please direct all complaints to Jship. He is responsible for all of the bad things, but if anything good happens or it looks great, then you can go ahead and say, thanks, Jeff, because I did that all by myself. With no... Oh, Jesus. Fuck. No. What? Let's go ahead and bump that shell casing number up to 28. Getting closer to the magic 30, I guess. Still think I could increase the bitrate a tiny bit, but why? It's streaming at 16:9 resolution right now, I think. So, I don't know. Also, I definitely cannot do that while streaming. One time, some things you can be surprised by some of the things you can do while other things are happening. Like one time I installed a new processor in my computer without turning it off, and it worked fine. Yeah, no, everything was great. It was a brick before, and it stayed a brick. Follow my lead. Good old-fashioned side grade. It's looking so clean already. Commence good feelings. I do feel bad for people who have to work during the holidays, but it's one of those things. Hopefully you guys are getting holiday pay, and I'd like to thank also everybody again for subscribing and donating to my PayPal and just being amazing for me over the past couple of streams, and this one included. I saw that we had added something like 200-something subscribers from a 4-hour stream. That's absolutely effing bananas. Thank you guys for giving me holiday and also hazard pay, I guess. I am working with some high-explosive candles. Any splatters here? I just need to give my gratitude because I am feeling it. Thank you. And I don't know. I'm not a big money guy. Never have been. Not doing it for the money. Still amn't. Never was. You'll notice I don't run advertisements. I don't think there's anything I can do about Twitch running advertisements, but I won't be doing any stream breaks. I want to leave you guys alone. I am not a big fan of advertisers and marketers. No offense if you are one, but the world would be better without you. Okay, I guess some offense. Mild offense. Loving offense. Fuck you, but with love. Hey, Aldrace, thank you so much for the sub, my dude. And if I missed any as well, thank you as well. I saw that we're up, like, bizarro numbers on subs. I'm gonna have to do some actual work. Jeez, guys. Thanks. In order to get any new emotes or privileges or whatever the hell we've got. It's not that I don't need or appreciate or want money, it's just that it's always been a secondary thing for me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've noticed that, you know, it's one of those things I've kind of noticed is that it seems like you can't really affect it money-wise anyway. It's like, I know a lot of people that work much harder than me, and do a better job than me, and they work more frequently than me, and they don't seem to be as successful in that metric. So it's just one metric. The metrics I care about are how many people are threatening to kill me after a stream. So let's go ahead and keep that to a minimum if you would not mind. I am currently streaming from a broom closet at the moment, though, so any proceeds from this stream will go to what I call the My Fucking Life charity, wherein I give all that money to myself so that I can get the fuck out of here and get a real place and maybe even have some of the finer things in life that people need, like 4 walls, a floor, and a roof. One of my favorite songs is about that. Someday, like Fat Mike, I would like to own a floor. Maybe even a dog named Bob. No, I'm in a weird kind of semi-transitional phase of my semi-charmed kind of life. So I'm even more appreciative than normal of you guys. Thank you. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to be dealing with. Grown-up shit. I guess I did a little bit of growing up. I remember I did some streams towards the end of my streaming marathon wherein I ended with my impromptu hiatus, also called abandonment, where I was talking about personal growth issues, and that was not a metaphor for a visit to an oncologist, thankfully. Oh, hey, I found a secret hat. Although it would be a great metaphor for that. I mean, like, a really good one for that. Excuse me, Mr. Lamp. And I've done a little bit of growing up. But it's fine, I still know how to have a little bit of fun here and there. At the end of the stream, though, I'll probably tell you guys to go to your room and do your chores! Because that's pretty much being what an adult is all about. Yelling at teenagers. Oh my god, I fucking hate teenagers. And they all wear that same damn teenager uniform. Yeah, you, I know you! With your black pants, your white shoes, your fucking hoodie. I know you. You think I don't see you? Fucking youths! Getting old? Yeah, I did that too. Getting old and growing up are vastly different things, though, and I was trying to do only one of those. Assidious, thank you so much for the sub, my dude. Also, let's see... Bolsha, 27-month resub, thank you. And I think I already said hi to Rezi and thank you, but hey, Rezi! Hi again and thank you again. Yeah, getting old and growing up are vastly, vastly different things. I had always considered adulthood to be sort of some kind of disease that people got over time. It turns out you have to kind of want that. Otherwise, you'll just sit around in your room drinking 2 liters of soda, listening to Nine Inch Nails for the rest of your life. And if that's the case for you, then that's fine. Do what works. No judgment here. Also, Nine Inch Nails was very good. Trent Reznor is a very talented band. Burn it all away! Somehow the fire got out of the fire, and now there's a big mess, and I'm good at my job! No, I'm doing more adulting than I would normally like to admit. Oh, jeez. As you can tell, I'm very good at it. I'm very good at adulting. Become consumed, purge with fire! Please don't tip over. I enjoyed being the resident perma-lifer loser, but at the same time, I'm kind of ready to try a little bit of that life stuff. Stuff that you can't really accomplish all the time if you're in full nerd mode. Not that I don't appreciate full nerd mode, it's just that it's uncomfortable to stay there for a while and can be unhealthy as well. Ooh. I found the fun stick. I hope it's fully automatic. Or as I like to call it, fully semi-automatic. That was one of the weird things for me, was people messaging me to be like, hey, I grew up watching your stream, and I was just like, hey, I didn't. Let me go back to listening to Skrillex. I still listen to Skrillex. I just do it in a much more mature way. I'm like, wub, wub, wub. That's too many wubs. Calm down. Cut your hair. Never did get the Skrill Flop vibe. Settle. Settle. Simmer. I don't know, I've been on the fence straddling the growing up portion of life for a little while. I've tried it once, a long time ago, and I definitely decided I didn't like it. But you never know what's gonna happen. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll find my other F, or print one out of a mop bucket machine. Be careful discarding bodily waste. One day it may grow into a full body. I like to straddle things, particularly issues. I like to occupy both sides of the fence. Although, I don't recommend that in a literal way. It's quite painful. It's so beautiful! Look, I've uncovered shattered wood and splinters. Clang. Yeah, I'm in a weird position right now where I need to get the fuck out of where I'm at because I don't really live anywhere, but also maybe it's not a good idea to go around changing your homes in the middle of a global fucking pandemic. You don't really have a choice, though. I guess that's the part of adulting that I'm not really prepared for, is, yeah, you know a better way, but you don't have time for that, so deal with it. I don't know. It's one of those things that I am aware of and a little irritated by. And I want to stay a kid forever. I remember going to Toys R Us. Are they still in business? Or did they get bailed out by the government and then fly off to the Bahamas like every fucking buddy else? See, I told you I was adulting now. I can even complain about the government. Whee! The darn government took my jobs. I think that's right. Am I doing it right? Although people complain about the government differently now. They spend all day writing whole books on Twitter that no one will remember in 24 hours. Madness. Madness. Not a big fan of Twitter. It's a thing. The way I feel about Twitter is I've been there for most of it, and it was shit from the beginning. It's still shit. And most of the people who are using it now weren't born when I started, so technically, it's mine, and everybody else needs to shut the fuck up. Honestly, if I could delete the entire internet, I would. You'd think that you would want to do some targeted internet deletion services, but I mean, it's like, you know, it spreads. 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, I would have said that, you know, you could just delete IRC and the internet would be saved from a horrible future. Because I've always considered IRC to be sort of the gutter of the internet, or maybe Usenet, but now it's like the whole thing's the gutter. That's why I want to make my own internets from scratch by hand and bake them in a preheated oven at 450 degrees for 25 minutes so that they will come out just right with cream and sugar. You need internet for adulting? No! Yeah, that's one of those weird things. I took a huge cell phone hiatus as well. I stayed up on the old cellular telephony devices for a long time. I had a bunch of iPhones, kept upgrading them. It was a thing. But around the 4S, I kind of went, hey, wait a minute. I don't talk to people, and I don't need this, so I gave it away. But it turns out they're different now, and you need them for things like driving. Now I can't go anywhere without my phone, and in fact, that's one of those weird things, like, I talked last time about how I have a lot of respect for people who use different generations of technology. You know, people that, like, used to program computers with turn knobs and dials. Well, now I have that similar amount of respect for people who used to navigate the roadways without a fucking cell phone or GPS. How? How? Explain to me how. Now I can't go anywhere unless my phone is literally yelling at me. That's how, in fact, I knew I was ready to come back to Let's Playing and streaming and all of these shits. Was because I was basically just yelling at Siri constantly. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Siri's like, in 300 meters, don't put it out with your boots, Ted. Damn it. It's poop again. Yeah, people used to navigate those weird two-dimensional flat things with lines on them. I think they were called maps? I'm not sure. Weird two-dimensional things with lines on them. Did they give awards for vagueness? If they do, I bet they don't give you awards for like first, second, or third place. They give you generally in the top tier award for vagueness. And maybe they'll issue you 2 awards from the Department of Redundancy Department. Stopping at the gas station and asking for directions is a mediocre idea. Stopping at a truck stop and knocking on the bathroom door is a super fun idea. Is that all of my... What the heck? Oh, wow, there's even more of these darts. Did this guy try to defend himself? Is this like one of those Pulp Fiction Jules moments? I don't see the outline of a ho-ho-hoing Santa here, but maybe. We've been chosen. Blessed. Alright, blood be gone. Here. I think we can walk around pretty safely without making blood steps, as long as I don't... No! It's fine. It's fine. Why is it... Is there some sensor in the game that detects when I'm saying something? Some, like, we'll call it hubris.exe. Hubris.exe has crashed. Aha! I found the secret stash of strawberry jelly. That's a pro tip for you, by the way. If you are a homicide detective, do not bring jelly sandwiches to work. Especially not strawberry jelly. It's weird. Especially when you start scooping it up off the ground and putting it back in your sandwich. It just adds some flavor. I had to do that oh no thing so that people who were tabbed out watching in the stream in the background would tab back in briefly. Like, oh my god, look at that! Wow! Haha, suckers. It was just a bucket of blood. Got him! I put the J in debated. Cool. Oh, we haven't tried to make any quantum or Mobius buckets yet. Should we do that? I think we should do that. While we're waiting for these buckets to burn, let us do a little bucketry. I once went by the name Lord Bucket, for no particular reasons. Okay, let's go ahead and sploosh. Does this clean when you sploosh? That's sad. That would be my preferred method of cleaning if it worked. Alright. Join together. Do you take this bucket to be your lawfully wedded quantum freak bucket? Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, first of all, rude. I did not know that was a thing. Hubris.exe has over-fucking-loaded. Although, it's nice to know that taking cover behind the bucket machine is a satisfactory way to dodge shrapnel, etc. Et al. Who is this Al guy that everybody's constantly referencing? I thought I was supposed to call him Betty anyway. Can you imagine some poor, innocent person wandering through Twitch, some internet memer shitlord, trying to understand my Paul Simon references from 18-aught the fuck? I am sorry. I'm just here to make bucket physics. Come on! Join! Did they patch it out or something? That would make me very sad. Did I forget the recipe to make a Mobius bucket? Is there more to this than just hoping for the best and trying to squanch them down? Oh! It's happening! Alright, wait. Aw. It was the briefest of Mobius buckets, but it was a thing. Gotta watch out for the Morpheus buckets. They'll just try to sell you pills. Morpheus was the most obvious drug dealer of all time. Hey man, let me open your mind. The name of the people who made the Matrix movies still sounds like the punchline to a joke. or a Cars character. The Wachowskis. Wachowski. Okay. Please no more impromptu dynamite bucket machine. I'm gonna take a pass on that one. I don't think we need any more buckets anyway, so let's get the buckets that we have already filled out of the way so that they don't explode. Or at least if they do, they will explode a little bit. Well, thank you, Corbin X. Tell your son I said hello as well, but in a more appropriate way than I probably would. I feel bad for youngins who pop by the stream. I don't have it set to adult content, but I do use all of the swear words all at once. So, I don't know. I guess it's not as big of a thing as it used to be back in my day. Everybody used to give me a hard time about it at the beginning of the old internet there. I do actually... I kind of feel a little differently about it than I used to. You know, I've got my own niecelings and nephews skins to watch out for, and while I don't get all crazy on them about swearing, especially because I'm not a good example, I do tell them something that some people have said to me before, that, I don't know, this is something that used to really irritate me. And don't you hate it when people tell you something and you go, you're wrong, you're an idiot, and then later you go, you might have been right. It's something I'm sure all of you have heard before too, which is that people who, some people believe that those who swear too frequently may not have access to other words. So, it's a good idea not to rely on them too much, otherwise people will think you have a poor vocabulary. So what I do is I just hit them over the head with a literal thesaurus. Turn the page to B for bludgeoning. I just don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. It's not like it matters what people think of you anyway. All that matters is if they get the fuck out of your way. It's a tube, my favorite. How am I going to get all this crap wrapped in time for Christmas? I'm going to have to call T-Pain and Tupac and have them help me. Or whatever the modern equivalent would be. Is that all of the blood buckets? He said, while maneuvering yet another blood bucket. Little pump. Aw. I know it's supposed to be Lil, but I just want to call him Little. Cause little pumping man. He's just pumping his little pump. They're so cute, those little SoundCloud rappers. Aw. Hey, the Roy Havoc. I am apparently streaming, yes, on Christmas Day, no less. And I'm also doing a really bad job at it. So, all is well in this Christmas house. All the buckets are bucked. Cool. No, I don't have to tell them to go buck themselves. What is this? Oh, Rudy. Rudolphus. I'm so sorry. Let me just put that back on there. Light the way, buddy. Aww. Poor Rudyard Dolphington. This is Dolph Lundgren's nose. His career is over. R.I.P. Rest in just your nose. Okay, I think we are blood clear-ish. A couple of chemical splatters, but I see some other splatters also on the banister rail above. That's a fun word. How in the what? Alright, ready for some high-speed, low-drag mop maneuvering? Oh, I got one! Oh, I got 1.5. I'm amazing, and so humble. Do I ever tell you guys all the time, constantly, about how humble I am? I'm pretty much the most humble person in the world. In fact, I've never met or seen anybody more humble than me. And I've seen everyone on Earth. And I'm pretty sure I am the most humble. In fact, I'm positive. Alright, a few more bloods from Rudolph, but there we go. Blood-free activate. A couple of shells we missed, but I've got a good count on where we are. I guess I could go around and collect all the USB sticks for now, because we've got them all recorded by name and cause of death. Rudolph died of a severe sneezing attack. He had a bad cold and somebody stuffed a couple of corks up his nostrils. That's the My Summer Car variant. Aww. This bucket seems to be a little feisty for my taste. I'm thinking I should probably use the other buckets, but we'll get these up near the machine at least. Humble Bundle isn't even a thing anymore. Didn't some giant corporate overlords buy them or something? Like, I don't know, some EA subsidiary or something like that. A bunch of evil fuckers. Thank you, EA, for not making another skate game so that I don't have to be conflicted. And I can just hate you in the purest of ways. Haha, yay. All is well. Unblemished hatred. I sound younger. Ew. I don't want to... That's the weird thing is... I used to want to... Oh no, I'm going to make a huge mess with those guys. Oh well. I used to want to go back to the olden days, but now I'm pretty good. I'll stay. I like it here. Just less waking up covered in my own vomit. And 27-hour days. And less homework. Oh, no, wait a minute. I got a little confused there. I was going the wrong direction. Clink, clank, clank. I'm not going to tell you guys the secret to my 27-hour days. Why is it getting sadder? There we go. I must keep some secrets to myself. Like how to properly dispose of an elf. Hey, rhymes. I'm guessing Mrs. Claus got out of this alive. She probably had some sort of exit strategy or contract clause about killing sprees. Do you promise to take this, Saint Nicholas, and love him and cherish him, and also agree not to be mass murdered by him? Until death do you possibly part, in many pieces. Have I tried CK3 yet? Yeah, I have. It's a Paradox game. And boy, don't I want to spend my time supporting Paradox. Because they're so great. Anyway, we're playing this game. which is different. And made by a different company. I don't know, I don't exactly have full-on, like, nerd rage over Paradox, but I do feel like they have fucked me a couple of times, and I don't know. Mr. Wallace doesn't like to be fucked by anybody except Mrs. Wallace. I may or may not have spent a little bit of money on one of their $20 patch notes from some of their shadier game titles. And, you know, I might have occasionally made a few angry phone calls to the Better Business Bureau. These motherfuckers lied to me. But, I mean, they deal with all sorts of developers and teams and stuff, and so it's hard for me to tell who's responsible for what. I would probably play CK3 at some point on the stream. I do have some history with it. I know some things. I think you can be, like, cat people and horse people now and do a few other stuff, so that's nice. But I wouldn't mind if they made more of a game out of it. That'd be cool. They're not quite as bad as those people who made Civilization. I still don't know why people play that crap or give them their money. Have some dignity! Also, give me your money instead! Ha! Oh, whoa, whoa. Soggy bullet. What's wrong with Civ? You know. Stuff. I don't want to sit around talking shit about games. You got games you don't like, I got games I don't like. Now let's go meet in a dark alley and have a knife fight to find out who's right. Heh. Or a rock fight behind a dumpster. I can't afford knives. Oh no, I can't install little tinkles in the machine. Yes, I can. The little tinkle machine. I think we're close on bullets. Whoa. Yeah, we're very close on bullets, and that should be most of the USB sticks. And nearly, if not all, of the blood. I hated what was that mobile version? Civilization Revolution? And then there's all this pay-to-win crap, and they're just like all the other people. They'll make 15% of a game, pretend it's 100% of a game, and then slowly, over many, many years, sell you the other 85%. I think. I'm not good at math. I mean, but the truth is, if you get mad at every developer who does that, you're just going to be mad at every developer, ever, forever. Because is there any other way these days? There's certainly not a better way. There's other ways, but probably not better. I don't know, it's one of those annoying, irritating things about being a fan of a particular industry or medium that just because you like it doesn't mean you get to tell them how to do it. And also, it's like the world's population keeps going up, so for every one of me that's like, no, I'm never buying that product again, there are 5 more of me being born every second. Thanks, Catholics. Jesus hates condoms. I jest. Not well, but I do. Bullets? Bullets? Give me bullets. They're so expensive these days. I should be cherishing these and reloading them. Well, congratulations, or I'm sorry for getting married. Call me Jeremy, depending on how things are going. Oh, I found an F! Nice. How the fuck does that work? What kind of flammable brick is this? Whatever. I guess there's some brickworks you could destroy in fire, like weird wet masonry and cinder blocks, maybe, because that's just ashes. I'm not gonna burn this F, though. I'll take the score hit to keep this alive. This is my table now. There are many like it, but this one is mine. You're only a fan of a band? Oh, what you're saying, Brian the Blank, is that you have an OnlyFans? That's great. I hope you have more than one person on it. Isn't it sad when that thing lives up to its name? I actually know nothing about that other than that I should probably make one. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to begin my real career that I was always destined for. Oh no, I dropped my pen. Teehee. You guys know I'm no uppity saint. I don't think what I'm doing here is art. I've always been a glorified titty streamer with no titties to stream with. But they don't give bonus points for that. I just have different ways of jiggling things. It's the same job, I guess, if you want to call it that. Excuse me, Mr. Bucket. You're supposed to stay upright. No judgment from me. Although, I guess the primary difference between me and they is that I pay my taxes when I'm making enough money to be in a taxable income bracket. Otherwise, it'd be really dumb, huh? Mountain cam. I don't know if I'm ready to get up on the mountain and ride again. No! I just cleaned that. Oh, man. The streaming gods are angry. That's what I get for talking shit about people doing the sexy streams. I don't even know if that's a real thing, honestly. I just know that, like, lonely nerds on the internet talk about it a lot, so I assume it's true. But, I mean, if I listened to everything those lonely nerds on the internet had to say, I'd probably be a lonely nerd on the internet, too. Instead, I'm mostly a lonely nerd in real life, which is way better, I've been told. I'm not that lonely these days. I've found a lovely lady to tell bad jokes to and beta test my stream content on. She's good at making the "what the fuck did you just say" face, and that's a real plus to me, because I can use that as sort of like a guide point. And who knows, maybe one day there will be another little F around for me to be terrified of. But that's just life happening. One of those things you think maybe one day everything's over forever and nothing will ever happen, and then things just happen. So, you know, just like hang out and wait. Try not to be a jerk. And also, do try not to chase them off. That's the biggest key. Relationship advice. Don't run around chasing them down with a chainsaw. That's a real deal breaker for some people. I know, I read about them on the internet before. I wasn't sure if I'd ever encounter one in real life, but they do exist. On my screen, when I pay for thy OnlyFans account. No, wait. Thy only. Ye oldie fans! Okay, so all of the brickwork and wooden tree. Oh, that reminds me of something I also want to stream. If you guys are really, really bored and you want to play something very janky and totally not finished, there is a very strange thing on a demo of a very strange thing on Steam that is, it's like horrible and it's barely anything and it's not very fun. Maybe I'll stream it at some point. It's one of those, you know, people started spamming out these simulator games, but the carpentries, I think it's called Carpentry Simulator or Woodworking Simulator, and it's got some really cool stuff for making things in it, even though it's just a demo so far. It is an extreme jankathon, but I mean, like, you can make, you know, huge chairs and tables and engorged, turgid, large, ample, huge tracts of... Anyway, it's good if you're creative, is what I'm saying. Not complete, but fun. Aha! You did not elude me. Yeah, you can make furniture or... I guess... anything's furniture if you're brave enough. Whee! Do I have to dispose of all these extra toys? It might say in my tablet of doom. Well, I probably should have read this at the very beginning, huh? How long are we into this shit before I finally read the instruction manual? Normally, I just throw them away. Cooking Simulator's not bad. Don't talk shit. I want to play that sometime. And I heard there was a Christmas thing. I updated it, but I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Tragic events. I wouldn't go with tragic. Horrific. These are emotional words. I'm going to need you to cut that out of the report, please. Okay. Obvious slaughter and broken items. Conduct yourself appropriately. Well, shit. Nah, that's never going to do. There's no chance of that. How do I tell the difference between a functional present and a broken one? That one looks like a Red Ryder BB gun with a compass in the stock. Or a pony. Man, they must have spent a lot of money on random Unity assets in the Unity asset store to make this game. That's why they make the big bucks. Because you gotta spend money on Unity assets to make money on Unity assets. Am I right? Don't answer that. It was one of them rhetorical questions. Why do you need a compass in the stock of your BB gun? What if you need to fire bullets randomly in a southeastwardly direction? Come on, man, think. It's obvious. None of these presents appear to be broken. I guess this is a fully functioning present to someone who's in prison. But otherwise, not so much. Should probably grab a box for this. I mean, like, probably candles would be considered to be broken presents. What about unwrapped presents? Because it's not really a present. This is just a toy. Or a serious wargaming model of proper proportions, depending on how nerdy you are. Oh, Prospector was a great game. It had those little science tree mans. And you could land your ship or die horribly trying. And you could occasionally hop out of your ship and instantly die because of that scene from Galaxy Quest. Is there air? You don't know. This looks like a fully functioning candy cane, so I don't really feel like I should burn it. Only broken candy canes. That's a horrifying gift to somebody with to a disabled person who can't walk. A candy cane? It's really rude. Don't do that. Because eventually when it rains, you're gonna have a problem. Or if you get surrounded by a pack of toddlers. Yeah, we're gonna need the bucket here. Also, one more question about the functioning or not broken gift thing. Is a fully operational knife a present? Or a danger to society? I guess that depends on if you live in the UK or not. Ha 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 ha. Even though they're not in the EU, I'm still gonna ha 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 European them. Ha ha Europeans. Are those fucking Molotov cocktails? Yeah, they are. Le baguette. I mean, I guess that's one thing you got going for you if you're British. At least you're not French. Giving a knife to someone means you want to cut off ties from them? That's very poetically weird. A lot of language works like that, though. In a really weird way. That's kind of fascinating. Not too recently, but some time ago, was curious about the origin of the word ostracized and how it came to be. And I don't know if it's actually even related, but in my travels, I came across a practice that both the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Greeks did, wherein they would write the name of someone that they did not like on a piece of pottery or a plate, and then they would smash it with a hammer. And in ancient Greece, they called that, I believe, an ostrakon. And it was like a, I don't know. And then you'd bury it. It's basically ancient juju, or what is that thing where you put a doll on the ground and stick a knife in its balls and bury it? That thing, but old. Old as fuck. Ah, therapy. Yeah, that's what they call it. They call it moving on. No, not voodoo. No, not voodoo. Nope. Santeria. It's different. Or some Santeria type thing, I don't know. These are not quality Christmas presents. Unless you're a Soviet soldier in 1939, am I right? Clink, clink. When you said, you know what I watched, did you mean to sound like that guy from King of the Hill? Or was that just a typo? No bonus points for typos. You gotta earn that shit. Whoa! I don't know if eggnog is considered to be a danger to society. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I'm making an IED for Christmas. Yay! We just need some bolts and nuts and rusty nails, and we got the glass already, and the blades. I am so excited. PTSD simulator. Go! Whoa! Sounds good. Missed a spot. Whoa! Don't play with knives, kid. Zzz. Sometimes it takes me a while to pluralize things. Alright, so I made more messes of the mess that I had just made. But that's kind of the nature of things and how I do business. And by business, I mean, that's what I tell people sometimes. When they've asked me in the past what I did for a living. Back when I used to do things. I said, I'm in business! Because it was way easier than explaining playing video games on the internet to the average person. To the bank teller lady. And yes, that's right, I do still go to the bank in person. Because my bank is a fucking nightmare and they charge you $1 billion to do some crazy non-FDIC insured transaction through some Canadian shell company. So I'll just do the paperwork the old-fashioned way. That's one of the weird things that people are like, you still go to the bank? How do you not? Plus, I know all the people who work at my bank. They're all little old ladies, and I know all their names. And in fact, I'm always just like, they know me, and they're like, how's your mom? I know the names of the cats of the ladies who work at my bank. One of them's name is Hodor. The cat, not the lady. People can be nice sometimes. As long as you don't have to stay around them for too long. I know I hate to say it, but I don't know the ladies at the bank too well. You might even call our relationship... Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm going to start again, just so you guys don't miss it. I don't know the ladies at the bank too well. You might even call the nature of our relationship... Wait for it. Transactional. Oh! Oh! You were not ready. You were not prepared. I tried to give you enough time, but there's no time. There was never enough time. I'm sorry. Hey, it's my F. I forgot about it. I was checking to see if anybody in chat was going to ruin the joke, but they were all waiting with bated breath. So we got a bucket of bullets. We got a basket of crap. I guess I can just do these guys one at a time. Is that any more? There's no more. Casual explosions in the background. Just doing my job here. Pay no mind. Everything's under control. This is a controlled, semi-controlled demolition of demolited proportion. I don't think there's much left to do down here except for deal with the Nerf stuff and... Oh, right. I forgot. Alright, we'll do another happy fun bomb. And that ought to be it for explosive things. I never did find that vat of acid, so I don't know what I'm going to do about mailing little Timmy his present. I'm not sorry, no. No, I exult in the pain and suffering of others. That's pretty much my guide and rule book to humor. You can tell it was good based on how many follow the delivery. That's also how you can tell how bad a blowjob is. The frequency of is a good measure and metric of success. Hey, Queer. Oh yeah, I saw you around in the Discord. By the way, we have a Discord. If you want to, you can join it and get banned in 2 places instead of just 1. Yay! Don't use the Discord, though. Just go on there and then go into the music channel and mute everyone but me and then reap the rewards. You're welcome. Hey, Pakislav. Now. I'll have you know, I once saw a picture of a girl on the internet. Therefore, I am a master of sexual conquest, or whatever the equivalent of that would be for a guy who lives alone in a small room. More cocktails. We had a bot once. By the way, I found some more. The plot thickens. The thought plickens on the bot, by the way. Sorry, I'm dightly sick. The plot thickens. Now I've fucked my brain up. More than normal. I found an old screenshot. I'll see if I can put it up on the stream here in a second. And it may vindicate me with my little bot murder. I do think I might have some evidence to defend myself in court now. Because said screenshot involved implicit threats against my character. It was a patch note from the GitHub, wherein the most recent added patch was something about making the bot more annoying and also wanting to kill me. So therefore, I'm going to plead self-defense when it comes to Fruitball Bot. I was a sovereign citizen. Castle Doctrine. It was coming right for me. I do feel bad about that. It was a really cool thing that Mick was doing as a project, and my bad, but it was coming right for me. You try living with something intentionally designed to irritate you for a while. Those of you who don't already have children. Alright, I think we are done with the bad stuff. Fish. Yes, I am indeed the corporation. Please don't send me to Texas, because they still let you execute individuals there. Although you could send Comcast to Texas as far as I'm concerned. And PGE, too. We should do a Minecraft world. No! The only reason I would ever make a Minecraft server would be to ban people from it, because that's the best part. I have banned more people from Minecraft servers than I have spent time playing Minecraft. It was very exciting and rewarding. I hope I wasn't supposed to save these. I know some people mount them on the wall, but I'm going to mount them inside the fireplace. Yay! Didn't I see another candy cane? Nope. That's not a candy cane. I'll go through and read these notes, but I assume they're all going to be toasted anyway. Alright, let's see here. We got +6 bullets, and I do think that that's all of the shell casings en toto. I'm going to go ahead and incinerate, because that is an interior incinerator. Otherwise, I would out-cinerate it. Language. We'll put it up to 35 bullets for now. Oh, there's another one near the Nerf darts. Well, that'll make up for the fact that I think if you actually added 6 to the 28 I had before, I was down by 1, so... Yeah, I totally meant to do that because I have a pornographic memory and I remembered the shell casing was in there. Haha, yes. By the way, why... I hate to ask this, because I don't want to let you guys know just how far out of whatever loops there are I am. Why was everybody talking about Pornhub when I said I was going to do streaming again? What was the correlation there? Because my horse porn career ended years ago. My horse porn career ended 3 or 4 years after my horse died. You're going to have to think about that one for a second. Yep. That's what I said. And I meant it. Oh, did they get DMCA'd? Did somebody copyright their butthole or something? I should have done that. Clearly, you can tell by the wrinkly nature. This is a proprietary butthole. It represents intellectual property of... Oh, no. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, ready? Run! Nice. Cleaning. Cleaning is fun. This workshop is nearly ready to be reactivated. The only problem is they're going to have to figure out a way to do it without elves. Because of 2 things. One, they're all dead. And the other one, they're fucking elves. They're annoying cannibals. Cannibals are fine. As long as they're not annoying. Oh, man. Every time I think I'm done blowing shit up. Oh, no. Easy peasy. Now we just reap the ashes. I think we will finish this one, oddly enough, today. I'm probably only going to be streaming until about 4 o'clock Pacific time, which means we are halfway there, I guess, ish. But at the same time, it all really depends on how I'm feeling and what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Because I will be, again, streaming tomorrow. This is not Saturday. This is the Santurday stream. They started some hentai. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not going to end well. I tried to stop the spread of hentai by going back in a time machine to the 1930s and 40s and sinking all of their shipments of hentai supplies with my submarine, but apparently, not only did I inadvertently create Cthulhu, but also some of it survived. Whoopsie! I keep thinking that this is a small gravity-defying chicken spread blood up here, but no, it's worse. I don't know if that counts as a broken or not broken toy, but I'm going to leave those stuck in the wall for now. I guess I should get rid of them, because they're not very workshop-y. There's probably some OSHA regulation about leaving projectiles stuck in a wall. I didn't sink all of the hentai shipments, but I did fuck those sampans up pretty good. Or speed bumps, as I like to call them. I don't see a Happy Stickles, and I don't recall picking up his body, but I don't think I wrote down what happened to him either, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Like that Linkin Park song. Guns are toys! Haha, yay! Pew pew! Hey, Snoogs, thank you so much for the Prime sub, my guy. And welcome to Amazon. You are now an employee. I love that when I signed up for YouTube, it was an independent company, and then the next thing you know, I'm working for Disney. And then I joined up with Justin TV, and they were also an independent company, and now I'm an Amazon employee. The good thing about being an Amazon employee is only if you tell people that you work in their shipping department, because then you can tell them you're a professional package handler. I guess that's what all these elves are, too. Package handlers. Oh yeah, the video from the airplane crashing into the sub. I'm sure that happened to a lot of people. In fact, that may have even been scripted somehow. That game was fucking rad, though. That was Silent Hunter 4, right? I still remember, and I occasionally will, like, you know how some people try to impress the ladies with some fucking Foucault quote or some shit like that, but that's not what I do. I sing Milton's On Time. Or not sing it, but say it, I guess. Because I know most of the words still. I just don't want them to know that I learned it from a video game. They're like, oh my god, you like poetry? And I'm like, yeah, I always sit around poeting treeing. I climb the poetry frequently. Or if you start singing them songs by the Smiths, they will also get that impression. They will think that Keats and Yeats are on your side. Which they aren't, because they're dead. So, that ship has sailed. Let's see if I can do it, alright? Ready? Fly envious time till thy run out thy race. Call on the lazy leaded stepping hour, whose speed is but the hemi plummet's pace, and glut thyself with what thy womb devours, which is no more than what is false and vain, and truly merely mortal dross. So little is their loss, so little is our gain. And then is each bad thing thou hast entombed, and last of all, thy greedy self consumed, and long eternity shall greet our bliss with an individual blowjob. I don't remember the rest. It's whatever. I remember the ending, though. Then all this earthly grossness quit. Attired with stars we shall forever sit, triumphant over death and chance and the ORNG. Something like that. Beautiful. Lovely. He also did Paradise Lost. I like that I say that like it was a song he played at concerts. Like he's fucking Ed Sheeran. Oh yeah, ain't he that guy who did Paradise Lost? Yup. I'm not really big on poetry. Not really. I mean, I like language. I like playing with words. If I had to say anything about, like, why people maybe laugh at me sometimes when I make loud noises out of my mouth, it would be because, I don't know, I like to play with words and usually, like, shape them into weird shapes and configurations, possibly non-standard ones. But I'm hardly a linguist, and I'm nowhere near cunning enough to be a cunning linguist, so let's just call it good old-fashioned luck. That's what I'm going to go with. You're certainly not here for the production value. That much is for sure. It's 'cause I use words good. Yeah, J-Ship, I know. I've also walked that fine line between being in special ed and AP English courses. It's an interesting struggle. Yes, average. That's what it turns out. It's a good play. Oh, that was a toy. I ruined Christmas. Little Timmy's never gonna get his Warhammer thing. Although little Timmy can't afford that shit, so I probably just saved him a lifetime of crushing debt, spending all of his money on miniature pieces of plastic. Now he's gonna have to do it like everybody else and buy full-size pieces of plastic. Oh. It is looking so festive in here. Look, present, gift, and they're all stacked correctly. What are all these things in this shelf? Nerd shit. Beard care. Sub-zero temperatures. A sub-zero? Oh, at sub-zero. I had a mental block on that letter. How to play the glockenspiel. That's a real thing. Taxidermy for dorks. I suppose somebody's got to do it. Look at how beautiful it is. That's one of the things that I really, really enjoy about this game. Besides all the explosions and fire and blood and guts, it's the sort of before and after. Everything's so chaotic and crazy. In fact, that's one of the gratifying things about cleaning in actuality, or whatever they call this thing that happens in between streams. Whoa! Should probably keep this by the fireplace. But that seems like a good spot. This is where I shall stand and prepare for intruders. Oh, no. So we're well over the 30 mark and nearly at 40 shells. I guess Santa wasn't as efficient as I thought. He probably got a few body shots in there to go with the head shots, so... He's only human, I suppose, unless he's not. I don't know how that works. The guy is sort of a mythological figure at this point. I should probably burn these. Hey, thank you for the sub, Bodenswolf. I mean, wait for it. Plank you for the sub. Oh, you have no idea what you just got yourself into. Is there a refund button if you, like, subscribe and then, like, 5 seconds later somebody makes a terrible joke? You can just be like, no, I've made a horrible mistake. There probably is. I've spent enough time working in retail to know that you can pretty much return anything. There's no joke here. There's no joke here at all. But one time when I worked literally at a Walmart, yeah, I was young. Don't judge me. You need money. Some genius, some inspired person decided that they needed to return through the actual returns department a box of douche bags. Now, I know that sounds like the setup to a joke, but it's not. It's just something they did. And I mean, I guess, you know, it was kind of leaky, so, you know, you want to get your money back. You know, nobody wants a leaky box of douche. But that you can do that at all. There should be some kind of code. I bring it up because I had to be responsible for carrying that back into the dumpster of no return. But I did play a nice fun game of hot potato with it with any of my coworkers that I encountered along the way. Hey buddy, guess what I got? Wah! Poor women having to deal with stuff like that. And people like me. Oh well. Welcome to society, which is one of the things that we live in. Am I memeing right? I don't know. Alright, let's get all the papers on the table. For reasons. That's what tables are for. Placing papers on them. I told you I am good at adulting. I have learned many things, like papers go on the table instead of the floor. The floor is for broken bottles. There were also more papers upstairs. Not very many, though. Oh, I have a lot of horror stories from my days working in shit jobs. I've worked in a ton of different shit jobs. I had some cool jobs before. I used to work in silicon wafer manufacturing. That was really cool, except for all the acid vats. That was not cool. Other than the acid, it was really neat. Super fun, happy acid. I worked at Burger King and Walmart, and I was a... What kind of acid? Oh, that's the best part. We didn't just have one kind of acid. We had all the fun ones. We had the really cool, simple ones you could throw at each other's faces, like the the citric acid. That one's great because you can splash someone in the face with it. But we also had the other kinds that is really rude to splash somebody in the face with, like with the hydrochloric and hydrofluoric acid. Dick move. And don't get those water balloons mixed up. Oh boy, that one's going to be hard to explain at the morgue. I mean, you could probably tell that because I worked there, it wasn't exactly a well-done job placement system. So there were a lot of people there that probably should not have been playing with those chemicals either. So I was good this year, so I want a pike and a bony and a new cabinet. I'm good at reading. A pike and a bony and a new cabinet. I gotta go get my fishing rod so we can help him out. I don't know if I'm supposed to burn these or not, but I'm pretty sure I can't, like, fulfill them, so... Oh no, Santa's not gonna be... Oh well. Christmas is canceled. I don't get to have a Christmas. You don't get to have a Christmas, you little shit. Yep. Ultra Mega Blaster. Got it. Isn't Santa supposed to know all this shit anyway? Isn't he, like, telepathetic or whatever? He's like one of those psionic dudes. I might be one of those. Do you want to see if I can test my psionic powers? How'd I do? Yeah? Maybe there's some future there? I want a new Playbox 180 and a whatever, blah, blah, blah. Racer Man, car driver game. You know what? Honestly, I still am upset about this. That one game, what was that game that had the worst name ever? It was a car game. I think they changed the name to something else, like Wreckfest. Next Car Game was what it was called. What a shitty name, Next Car Game. Yeah, I think Racer Car Man Driver was way better than that. Yuletide. You actually think anybody's going to do anything about this letter? Well, you'll be sorry. That doesn't even make sense contextually. I should have used that somewhere else, but now I can't use it anymore. Mr. Santa Claus. Sorry, no Santa Claus here, only Santa Claus. Dear Mr. Claus, I have in my possession video footage recorded in infrared of you along with your gang. Oh, this guy caught us coming down the chimney. And he found out we were eating his cookies. Santa's gonna have to pay up, I guess. Although, judging by the double barrel we found above, he may have an alternative payment method. Toys and other... Wow! See, kids, money does come from somewhere. $35,000 on shipping and handling. Damn. I'm not talking shit about Wreckfest. Wreckfest is a fine game. I'm not even talking shit about Next Car Game. I'm mostly talking shit about the name. I don't know, it's not that good. It's just... You know what was a cool game? Was Demolition Derby for PlayStation 1. Now that was a game. Yes, I'm old. I'm in jail again and need bail money. Whoops. My mommy got me only 23 presents and a soccer field cake. I hate her. I wanted 23 steak pies, 12 ice creams, 18 trays of reindeer chocolates, 3 big boxes of fudge, a pear 5 computer. Oh, I get like apple and pear. That's clever. How's that working out for you? Being clever. Although, I mean, no, I don't need to talk shit about this. Was a little Christmas gift that the devs made for it. It's okay. I'm not gonna rag you on your wordplay there. I'm not doing much better. Hey, it's just Guy. How am I doing? I am still breathing. Can't complain. Things are going actually pretty well. I'm feeling good, and you guys are taking really good care of me. So thank you. I didn't read that. I was reading chat. What? That's the only time I actually read chat, is when there's something more important for me to read on the screen. Ooh, secret note. Dear Sir and or Mademoiselle. Jesus. It's a slippery note. Find enclosed your invoice and receipt. That's spelled wrong. Receipt for the following items. 5 crates of something. 2 boxes of knives. 8 boxes of 12. Oh, well, shit. We can just... How many shells are in a box? Well, there goes that math problem. I guess I don't know. Pleasure doing business with you, sir, and don't forget about our Shoot 'em and Loot 'em sale. Nice. Shooters and looters. Fine musicians. No, munitions. Don't get that mixed up. Are we done here? We're pretty close. Let's go do a Passover. Get it? Holidays. We're making jokes. Any plans on streaming Factorio? No, I don't plan on it, but I might. I guess if I do it by accident, that would be weird, huh? I don't know. Factorio is a cool game. I've streamed it a lot. I don't have any real ambitious desires in it. I mean, like, the one thing I really wanted to do, which was make a fully automated robot drone factory, I've done like 3 or 4 times. Oh yeah, and I did train stuff, and I don't know. I assume they've changed. Ooh. Piney stockings try to get away from me. I know that they've updated it and changed some things, but I don't know. Eh. There have been a bunch of other Factorios that have been released since last I played Factorio. There are like 4 or 5 Factorios now. There's Satisfactorio and Baddisfactorio and all sorts of other things. I've complained about that game enough. I don't think I need to do it. I think it's a fantastic game. It's really lovely. It's very cool. It's fun. It's got stuff in it you can do. My main complaint with it was a design philosophy change that's kind of irrelevant. It's not like that's something that they could go back and tweak or change now. It's sort of like complaining about the base combat system in Cataclysm DDA. Yeah, it's bad, but I'm sorry, that's how the game was made, so I guess we should all just deal with it. I don't like the tower defense aspect of Factorio. I find it to be very balloonsy, and if I wanted to play Bloons, I'd just play Bloons TD. And I don't want to. I know it's more complicated and better, but it just sort of ruins the whole vibe for me. Like, hey, this is really fun, buildings. Let me build a turret wall and put them in a zigzag pattern and balloons. But everything's like that, right? Everything has a core gameplay mechanic. It's all arbitrary shit. I'm just being a whiner. I'm okay with a lot of the core gameplay mechanics that most games operate under. You know, you got your level shooters and your platformy jumpers and all that stuff. It's just that among all of the choices, the one that... Oh, you mother... No, no, no! The machine went off like a bomb. I tried to disarm it, but I failed. Where did that bucket go? Oh. I knew there were ashes over here somewhere. Cata DDA isn't so bad. No, it's amazing. It's like I'm saying, I'm not trying to talk shit. I love these games, but I guess the thing about Cata that I have a problem with is that they've done all this expansion to it in all these areas, like crafting and inventory management and all of these other things. But the game is a zombie game, and in order to play the game, you have to fight zombies. And unfortunately, that's the worst part of the game. It's what you'll do the most often. It's the least avoidable thing. It's kind of the core gameplay mechanic, and it is by far the worst mechanic in the game. They've upgraded every other thing, things that you will maybe never do. Those are all really complicated and advanced and interesting. But the one you're guaranteed to have to do all the time is the worst one that they have never done anything to. You know, I mean, like, all the crafting and camping and building and farming and vehicle stuff, that's all stuff you can do. But unfortunately, at some point, while playing Cata, in fact, there's no way to avoid the point while playing Cata where you will be in a hallway where there's 100 zombies ahead, and the only thing you can do is press forward and move towards them and randomly attack them. It's basically, the combat system is just GURPS from D&D. You know, they've got an HP pool, you've got a damage HP thing. Like, even, it's hard to find a game that is less, less complex than Cata as far as dynamic combat goes. And see, I know it's unreasonable, and it's not fair, and it's like, how dare you for me to ask this stuff, because I couldn't make it, I don't know how it works. But at the same time, I'm like, I played Dying Light. I want to pick these motherfuckers up. I want to throw them around. I want to push them into spikes. I want to slide kick them. I want to tie them to a rope and drag them behind my car. But just standing in a doorway and going, Was GURPS from D&D? I don't know. I thought that's what the D&D combat system was called. And I'm never wrong, so obviously it was. Was that what it was? What is GURPS from? Or was that like a NetHack thing? I don't know. GURPS was Fallout? Oh, well, whatever the basicest shit ever is. They have 15 HP. Your gun does 14. Gameplay! Dynamic, interesting things happening. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I'm not a nerd historian. I'm just a regular nerd. This mother effer is looking so clean, so fresh and so clean. Once I get this thing upright... Never mind. I don't see any disastrous things. There's a couple of candles there I could technically burn, and a candy cane. I didn't need to fix all these stumps, or stools, I just did. I already fixed all of the stumps. This is looking too clean. If anything, I'll get in some trouble for throwing away and burning too much stuff, but... let's get the old gunk detector out. Getting some serious gunky vibes over here. What seems to be the problem? Is it the lamp it's having a problem with? I don't know. Oh no, it's here. I don't know the differences between the two modes on this detector thing. One of them is for, like, liquids, and the other one's for solids. My strategy is usually just to eat and drink them, depending on what they look like. There we go. So this is the liquid detector. You can tell because once I got rid of the liquid, it doesn't detect any anymore. Neato. And also, if you look at this, you can tell that the tip of this is shaped as a sniffing device should be, exactly like a penis. Okay, so one mode detects objects and the other one detects stains on surfaces. So, I'm not too far off, at least. Now, I don't want... There we go. Where's the stain, man? Oh, there it was. There it continues to be. Got it. There's more. Quoi? Whoop, whoop. Man, I hate this part. Find the beep. Well, that's one way to make a stain and then clean it. I don't know what the hell it's going on about. Is it these bulbs up here? Because I know that they have a mysterious liquid in them. Yeah, invisible-ish stains are sort of part of the deal with this. As long as you get most of them, you should be fine. Or, I will. You're screwed, though. I guess it could be these bottles. I broke one of them. I'll throw this one away. I don't think it would be. I think it has to be a surface stain. Usually, if it's around this thing, it's some weird geometry on that, but... Die, stain! Is it in here? Maybe it's on the other side of the wall over here. Nope. Yeah, according to my penis gun, we're standing either directly on or directly near it. Hopefully it's behind this bookshelf somewhere. Whatever it is. Not going to spend too much time looking for it, though. No, I got part of it. Otherwise it wouldn't have been beeping at all. Here's a good non-beep. Quiet as a mouse on the stairs. There's a little bit of something up here somewhere, but not enough for me to lose any sleep over. Not that I sleep. Also, I saw a message last stream from Kisk. I meant to say, I hope you're doing well. I don't even know if he's here now. But in case maybe he watches the VOD, hang in there, Kisk. You're doing alright, buddy. And so are the rest of you, but him in particular. Or whatever. I think we're going to call it good on this one and just roll the dice and hope we get over 100%, because obviously that's the only thing that matters. Not having fun, that's not important at all. There's nothing up there, so I guess there's some magic stains, invisible stains. Mop talk with me, Professor Moppenstein. You guys ready to pull the lever? Let's do it. What is this? Gross. That was a very, very clearish white stain. Super gross. Alright, so according to my notes here, we found... No. I threw away 42 bullets. Yes. Hey, Tron. Don't welcome me back. I'm welcoming you back. I was streaming the whole time. I was just doing it without pressing the button. Welcome back. You missed everything. Okay, so we've got names and death reports for most of the people. We found 29-ish bodies, probably 30, 42 bullets. Also, I found this guy's body or USB stick, maybe later. So let's just go with 30. Nice round number, so that means you're definitely wrong. Yeah, that is my style. I don't know, you'd think at least if I did that, I would put up the stream and then put a dumb overlay on it and then mute myself, and that would be about it. Remember that one stream I did of My Summer Car where I left up that photoshopped version of Winged Victory for like 90% of the stream and I had no idea? Ah, good times. Everyone's like, Winged Photoshopped Winged Victory. You know, the one with the cock and balls on it? That one. Go to the letter room and look at the roof. Is this some sort of advanced cheat mode where I read chat and they tell me stuff that is... Oh! Very nice. Thank you. See? I'm bad at this. But at least if I copy other people's work, people will not know it that I am bad at it. Alright. Pull the lever, Crunk. Okay, so we need to fill out all of the paperwork. Is there more options here? Why does it say keeping the Arctic white? Okay. The irate incident report. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and rate this as... I browned out. Which is like blacking out, except you poop yourself. The method of completing the job. I think I spelled that wrong. Very descriptive. Efficiency. I am a cleaning god. I've contradicted myself already in this government report, so we're off to a great start. The whole incident. Yeah, this one is... Santa came through with a shotgun and some knives, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go with genocide, though, because it was pretty much all elves. Genocide and homicide, you know. One of those you go to jail for, the other one they make statues of you. Is Santa an enigmatic force? No chemical use. I didn't see any skeletal things. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Personal account. Santa delivered joy and happiness. I'm sorry. To the world by purging the elven threat. Yay, Santa. Alright, let's see here. Number of entities presumed dead on site. Let's go with 30. Spent shell casings. We put 42. Bullet holes. 0. It's going to be a big donut. Amount of items incinerated on site. I never do this one properly. I'm going to go with 169. It's the sex number. Nice. Peer report. My fellow employees. They do not exist. Those are my favorite kind of people. The Onion report. 420... Oh, I can't write it. I was going to write 420 blasé it, which is the French version of dank memes. Union regulations. I don't know shit about unions. Anybody die? No. Okay, so we got the WTF 12 forms for all of the dead workers. Let's see what happened to Stinky Smiddlefeet. This is where all that hard work in the beginning pays off. Stinky Smiddlefeet. Yes, this is where all of the hard work pays off. Where the hell is Stinky Smiddlefeet? Alright. I don't know, but whoops. Death particulars. I mean, it's really high odds that he was shot or eviscerated. He's definitely murdered. Maybe dismembered. Nobody was impaled. He was slain. What's the difference between... Never mind. I know. Intent. Oh, we could probably guess halved, but that's how I like my prostitutes. Halved. The only problem is you don't get to pick which half. But 50% off is 50% off. State of Cadaver. Utah. I don't know. Wait, no, North Pole. Please tick the box that describes your treatment of the body. Hilarious. Method of removal. Incinerated. Possibly melted. Also possibly explosives, but I'm going to go with incinerated. The relevant... I didn't even find the body. I'm just making it up. They give you no points for honesty, but at least I'm honest. Okay, Trixie Pine Hat. It's got to be in here. What are the odds that I'd get 2 of them wrong, or miss 2 of them? Oh no. Oh no, how can this be? Who is this man? Alright, I don't know what happened to Trixie Pine Hat either. Let's go with Eaton, because... Oh, you know what? Because I didn't find their USB sticks, maybe that's what happened. But no, I mean... Yeah, let's just... Santa ate it. Dignity shown. Obscene. Method of removal. None. Incident report. Nom nom nom. Which in French is hon hon hon. Wimpy Wiggle. Come on. Gotta have this one. We did the paperwork. Wimpy Wiggle. Yeetment treatment. Okay, we know that one. So he would have been... I guess crushed? Oh no, thrown. Can you pick... Okay, no, we could do thrown. That he usually when they were thrown, they get kind of dismembered. What did... yeah, eviscerated means you did it with a knife. Dismembered means you did it with the... gravity assisted. Super slain, or actually murdered. Where did murder... There we go. Yeeted to death. Or Jotun to death? Let's go with utmost dignity. I scooped him up in a little pan. Yes, that's the German version. Hein, hein, hein. Or Henkel, Henkel, Henkel. I incinerated the crap out of him, also known as using him as fuel for my fire. I have turned him into lumber. I don't know, he was died. Winkle Snuffles. Adam, he got William Wallace. I hate that happens. If you find yourself, if you or a loved one have recently been William Wallace, please call a taxidermist. Well, he was eviscerated and murdered, probably by evisceration. I don't know if he was stabbed or pulled apart, but I guess it could have been impact. Oh, I should have put impact on the yeeted one. State of cadaver. He was being pulled apart. I'll go with dignity for the rest of these on the hopes that for some reason it will give me more points, because I'm clearly going to need them. Unless that means with 2 T's. I don't know. I don't remember the book or movie or world history or maps. Whoops. Let's see here. We're doing snowy stuffles now. I should probably delete the ones that I've already done to make this a little bit easier, but deserve to die for being a cannibal. That's fairly vague. Let's go with bitten. That'd be ironic. Eaten. Oh, yeah, that's likely. Eviscerated. Why don't I just... You know what? The odds are in my favor on this one. He wasn't liquefied, though. Could have been crushed or dragged. The rest of these are looking real tempting right now. Take it easy, Slip. Thank you again for gifting all those people those subs and helping support me and my ability to keep streaming. I really appreciate it, and I will promise to spend all of that money on hookers and blow. But again, I get my hookers 50% off. Usually the bottom half. He wasn't frozen. Could have been dismembered. Might have been impaled. Could have been outpaled. Slain, no. Murdered, yes. Possibly sliced and stabbed. Impacted, halved, and othered. Keep it simple. I dignitied him to death. It was a dignified incineration. So this is what you... Oh, I see. You give this to their family. He bravely died doing what he loved. Consuming the flesh of his own elven brethren like some kind of fucking monster. Silky Jingles. You are my sugar people daddies. Thank you for all of the half hookers. The reason I need the bottom half of the 50% off hookers is because where else are you supposed to snort your cocaine off if it's not off the ass of a dead hooker? I'm just saying, I know how to live. Which dead elf are we doing now? I'm sorry, I was getting lost in my cocaine and hookers joke repertoire, of which there are many. Silky something. I saw Silky in here. Silky Jingles. Splattered. Okay, that's descriptive, so we'll go with crushed, murdered, thrown, and impact. State of cadaver. I'm going to do it in the Amazing Grace format. What once was whole now is splat. Dignity shown. Yes. Incineration. Yes. Incident report. For his family. You are much better off. Now. Done! I'm good at paperwork. I should work in some sort of correspondence department at the government. Describing the way that people died. I am clearly good at it. So this was Stokey Piddlefinger. 50% off. So he was halved. Which, by the way, I recently had halva for the first time. I went into one of those weird world food things, and I got some Sprats and halva and some Adidas track pants, and squatted for a while. Halva is really weird. It's like if you've ever had astronaut ice cream, but peanut butter, except not made with peanuts. It's made of sunflower seeds instead. I don't know. It's not. It was fucking weird. The Sprats were way better. I took the Octohob indeed. So he was halved, but I think that implies being sliced. Yeah. He could have been pulled of some way, but there were knives around, so. State of cadaver was into, or wait, let's get fancy. Let's get real fancy. Let me pull out my thesaurus. In twain. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Samuel Clemens. Relevant information and a note for the family. Whoop. Oh, I can't put my traditional tiddles. Whimsical Tiny Toes. He was whimsically murdered. Santa was going la 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 when he did it. Oh yeah, and he got stuffed into a bucket. So, murdered, eviscerated, sliced, dismembered, also decapitated, stricken, no. Stabbed, I mean, at some point in the process, maybe. And also, technically halved, and then quartered, and then fifted. Fifted. That counts. I dignified him. Yeah, EAO. Either that, or the employee log at an adult film industry place. Incident report. I found him dead in a bucket. Sometimes being honest is the best thing, but you can't be honest all the time. It's good to be real, but keeping it real can go wrong. Snarky Tickles. I remember finding him and enjoying his name, but I don't think he enjoyed his death. Oh, I put tickled to death, so maybe I should have been less funny about this. Let's just go with murdered. Can't go wrong with that. That's what happened. State of cadaver. I like corpses. And incinerating them even more. Let's see. A note to the family. He was ticklish and allergic. It was fatal. Nappy Fun Pants is a name I definitely remember. Half off. Okay, so we got that one covered. He was halved, but not spratsted. And that implies sliced. And that also implies murdered. Oh, I got that already. Cool. Gonna milk that one for all it's worth. I don't even know if you guys can read this stuff. Is the stream quality good enough? I don't know how this works. I have no idea what I'm doing. Perkins, not a lot. Perk. What? Stream quality is perfect? Don't lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Pinky, what? Perkins snots a lot. I don't see a Perkins snots a lot in here. Scratch snack vest. Oh, sack vest. Perkins snots a lot. Oh, you got William Wallace. I know how to deal with that. Murdered. Decapitated, dismembered. Possibly thrown and crushed, but let's just go with the old... We'll try impact. Well, that's satisfying. And accurate. He was Jotun, possibly. So 69% of people believe that I'm going to get 100% on this? Nice. Also, they're wrong. I'm fucked. Impy Tiny Toes. Impy Dimpy Timpy Wimpy. I don't know if I saw it. I saw Whimsical Tiny Toes. This is Impy's little brother, or big brother, or little sister, or big sister, or... There's Impy Tiny Toes. I wrote nothing. Great. Well, at least we know that there was a body, so murdered. It's highly likely that he was also... No, I don't know. Let's go with Utah for the state of the cadaver. And for the record, when it comes to states, that's not a great one. No offense, Utonians? Yeetons? Let's see. A note for his family. I'm so sorry that I had to clean up all that shit. Whiny whimper we saw on there. We'll get to that guy's brethren in a moment. Maybe I didn't see whiny whimper on here. A lot of whiners and whimpers, but none of them in that particular order. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and get this done. He was murdered. And, I don't know, slain. Probably contorted. Maybe even othered. New Jersey. I know states. I know of 2 of them. Note to your family. That'd be such a fucked up thing to get. As like a sorry for your loss. Better luck next time. Try to make a smarter kid. Catchy little arm. I think I caught his little arm at some point. There he is. Intact but super dead. Why did I fucking write all this shit if it wasn't going to be any good to me? You know what? I saw a lot of shell casings, and I haven't marked even one of them as being shot, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's see. Blap, blap, brrrat, ga, ga, ga. Pew, pew. Maybe. It's likely possible. I'm ready for my hip-hop career. I've got all the improv stuff sorted. Sticky Honey Toes. Which is a pet name you can give to your spouse, or a horrifying disease which you can become diagnosed with. Also, I don't see it in here. Sticky Honey Toes? You know what? We're going to go with the shot, murdered, slain, and super dead. State of the cadaver. Still missing. Dignity shown. Obscene. None. Catch all that? Got it. Good. Figgy what now? Figgy Faffler. I got this one. Very nice. Thanks, Unbill. I used to put that shit on my resume. Remember resumes? Yeah, me either. He was halved. Probably sliced. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is a reading required stream. I'm not gonna say that shit out loud. Hey, Enti. I had similar stuff, Enti. It's like, I don't know. I tried to get a job doing secretarial data stuff. I was like, hey guys, I know every single Microsoft Office Word thing. I can do Excel spreadsheets. I know how to type 150 billion words a minute. I can build computers from scratch. I know how to do all of this Office stuff. I can collate your paperwork. I can roll a Rolodex. I can do all this stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, well you're this tall and this large? Well, we've got a great job for you lifting refrigerators. Thanks. Turns out all the comfy office jobs are already taken. So what was this guy's name? Stumpy Patchfoot. I'm gonna guess dismembered. Maybe he finally lived up to that title. Nope, don't know. But I'm gonna pretend that he had his stump patch footed. Let's go with dismembered. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It's whatever. I had some shit jobs before. I'm sure everybody has. One of the worst jobs I ever had was it was a temp job where I had to go to do turnover on low income housing and like government Section 8 housing stuff. So like when a family that had like, you know, they didn't have high income and they had a whole bunch of kids, they would live in a house for a few years and then they would move, and they had to call somebody in to fix it. Because what I learned was that, I don't know, maybe this is the same way it was everywhere, but I never did this with any other type of house. It was like a game of find the SpaghettiOs mess. It was very much like Viscera cleanup detail, except with much more manual labor. It was like tearing out carpet, and we would go through the backyard, and like they had the guy's truck. It was, you know, it wasn't a job I did full time, so there would be like a dedicated guy that did it who actually did that for his career, and he'd have his whole truck loaded up with gear, and he kept a metal detector, and that was how we decided whether or not the lawns were safe enough to mow. And you would not believe the shit you can find buried under 2 inches of dirt in somebody's backyard. I don't know what happened to his body, so I guess I'll go with other. Yeah, this guy was a missing. How many fire elves did we throw? Very few. I mean, if we did find a body buried or just, you know, whatever discarded somewhere, it's not like we were going to call anybody. Do you know how much paperwork that would have been? Come on. No, we just did it the old-fashioned way. I'm pretty good at disposing of corpses, by the way. Here, I'll type it in chat so my FBI agent doesn't overhear it accidentally. Whoops. I'm not done. What the fuck? I need to finish this. Waxy Big Fist. That's definitely a porn star name. Thank you for playing along, Anto. I hope that helped. I don't have a Waxy Big Fist here. I'm going to go ahead and say this guy didn't exist. Surely we'll get... No such thing. There's no body here. None. Dear family... Your son and or elven doctoratrix did not ever exist. Please remove all photographs and or memories. Done. You're welcome, Corbin and Co. Just trying to give people helpful tutorials on how to do stuff. I should start a tutorial channel. How to dispose of a body. Sappy Littleton. I know I saw this name in here. Or maybe I didn't. How is it that I have so many names and none of them line up with the people on the USB sticks? Catchy Little Arm. Tiny Toes Tickler. I got nothing. Yep, we're going to go with he was probably shot. Maybe even eaten, because, I mean, I found no body, so, yeah, let's go with eaten and other. State of cadaver. Delicious. Fuck! I found every single wrong way to spell that word. None. I love double negatives. Ah, this one I know I saw. Hey, Kitten Bagel, thank you for the sub. 50 months, damn. Yeah, Dr. Foxter, this part takes a long time, and I'm also bad at it, so it's like a double the fun kind of thing. I don't know, it's whatever. It's like any other part of Viscera. It's work you gotta do, and you should try to have as much fun as possible while doing it. I think this game rocks. But if you don't, then that's fine. You don't have to play it or watch. Scratchy Sack... I know I saw that one because I remember reading it off out loud. Scratchy McSackvest. There it is. Knifed into pieces. He had a very knife time. Eviscerated, dismembered, also decapitated, stabbed, maybe not, sliced, definitely. Cut to shreds. Dignity, incineration. That's the best I can do. We are really close to the bottom. Oh my gosh, we are actually not. Holy... Okay, so... Oh my gosh. We're gonna need to speed this up. Tall, long finger. That one's not in the list because I would have remembered it. No, it is, actually. Tall, little, and weepy. Oh, he was one of the three. Oh, murdered and shoved into Courtney Love's... What? Yeah, I don't know what happened to these guys, but at least we know murdered for sure. Is there a hidden under floorboards section here? No? I don't know. Murdered, slain, and other. That's pretty vague. Vague. The state of the cadaver was vague. Thank you, Prince, and thank you for the 13 months as well. You guys are amazing. Oh, taking care of Uncle Papa Jeff. I'm in good hands. Please don't crush my spine. Gotta speed this up. Go, go, go. He was kill. Now, little Tinkles. He tinkled his winkle until he fell. He's little Tinkles and tall are done here, so let's go with murdered. Dignity. Incinerate. He die! State of cadaver. Is dead. Go. And then this is Weepy. Same deal. One of those three. Let's go with shot, because that's probable. Murdered, because that's definite. Shot murdered. It's almost as good as boat murdered. And rural ministry. Thank you as well, my dude. 12 months. That's a year! What are we doing here? That's more than a sub-baby. I forgot about sub-babies. Oh my god. Some of you guys probably have sub-teenagers at this point. Holy fuck. I hope not, because I fucking hate teenagers. Oh. It's my favorite person in the whole world. Ann Anonymous. I love hanging out with Ann Anonymous. Ann Anonymous Gifter. Thank you, Anonymous human being. I assume it'd be really weird if it was some sort of, like, sentient ape or something like that, but I don't want to get too close and personal, so let's keep it vague. Thank you, Anonymous. And Dark Hunter as well. Welcome to whatever the hell this is. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm trying to do it fast, so accept. Scampy Longnose. Nope, and nope. Got nothing. Alright, we're gonna go with the old shot, murdered, killed. Shot, murdered, and slain. He was... Whoa. Extra dead. That's descriptive. And Buckus. What a guy. Handing out them subs. It's Christmas! That's what it's all about, except that... I'm like those companies that make cheap plastic crap to sell. I'm like... Yay! Christmas is the time for giving! Me money! There's capitalism! Yay! Alright, crinkly coin purse. That's some kind of euphemism. Shot, blown up, crushed, frozen, ritualized. None of these things happened. Dignity. Incinerated. How dare you? What did I do? Okay. God, there's so many of them. What the... Itchy Fritzpazzle. That sounds like how you get fired from a job in an adult industry. There we go. 50% off. So I know this one. I know it. I know it. Yay. I can't find the... Where are my hands? Where are my hands? Halved. And 3455. Man, that's rough. Thank you for giving me a really hard time. Oh, and I got a gift sub too. Thank you. Wait. The bar almost went away, but I thank you'd. Yes, I got it in time. I'm a real Twitch chatter now, guys. What's going on? Oh, I got a little camera next to my name. What does that mean? I'm good at this. And Randy Sec, thank you also. You guys are amazing. Jig Dinklebell. He was jigged right in the shin. Unfortunately, he got his bell dinkled. That's gotta be some kind of name for an adult film. Whoops. I am being watched. Well, cut it out. That's not what I'm here for. That's why I stream, is to hide from people. Incident report for his family. How did they find me? Penny Big Ears. The first ever stabbed to shit by loads of knives. Well, we know what happened there. See? I got it right in the beginning. Acupuncture. Or I guess if the knives were not placed carefully, it could be inacupuncture. Nearly there. Tanky 2 feet. Other. Died of starvation. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's right. No bread. Pew! Shots fired. Pixie Jangle Feet. I suppose I probably wrote this down somewhere. Yes, 50% off. Got him. Murdered. Dishalved. Probably sliced. Dignified. Incinerated. It's just a fucking video game. I mean, I'll be more serious now. Shorty Tickler. A lot of ticklers going on here. It's another one. Did I already write a report on this guy? Is there a tickling? Stricken by contortion. That's how it would be if you died in Dwarf Fortress of tickling. It would be strickled by contortion, and I guess maybe ritualized. He writhed to death. Hey, Element Souls, thank you for the sub as well, my dude. Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff. What is a hype train emote? Let me share it. I have to press the button. What does that do? I'm chatting. Or no, I don't know what that did. It says choo choo hype lol. What? There's a frog. What's happening? Frog. He's got little googly eyes. Happy Stickles. Great work. Work? I'm sitting in a fucking chair playing video games. What are you guys talking about? Alright. Happy Stickles. the Hypnotoad. What was this guy's name? Happy Stickles. He's not happy anymore. Okay, don't know what happened to him. Probably shot. We found all those shell casings, so unless Santa was, like, as bad a shot as me, Murdered. I mean, even if you're wrong, you'll get more points for not doing the thing. Max with a hat. Yes. Oh, I have a picture of my new cat. Hang on. It's on the other overlay though. You guys ready for some of that production value we talk about? Check this out. Hold on. I'm a professional streamer. Ready? Oh my gosh. And then it's a Christmas themed stream. Here's my Christmas kitty. Aww. That was this morning. He was sleeping. There's my boy. Samuel Clemens Elliot, the cat, the third, Esquire, the first, fourth, fifth. And now, more production value. Bye, kitty. The last elf. The final elf. I'm not even going to read it. He was probably shot, maybe eviscerated. Beep, beep, beep. 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 Doo, 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 doo. State of cadaver. Not alive. I disposed of him with dignity by burning him in a fireplace, and the note to the family was he deserved to die. I'm good at this. Okay, so that's the whole thing, I believe. We've got reports on all of the people. I've got a Union Report 420, blase it. They do the peer report. Nobody worked with me. There are some numbers here. I wrote words. There was some genocide. Just a little light genocide. Not too bad. You know what? Let's change this to the best day ever. That's true. And one more walkthrough. Just to look at this festive Christmas happy, clean world. Oh, lovely. Look at how not murdery it is. You can barely even tell that there was a genocide here. This really is my favorite part of... I forgot to do this with the 0G one we did from the last stream. My favorite part of the stream. Walking around with a shotgun, defending my home from future elven incursions. This is my elf removal stick. We're in virtual reality. Although it does look nice. Isn't she love? Fucking ruined! Ugh. They get it? I got it! It's saved. Saved! See? This is why we walk. Nope, no holes there. Whoa! Whoo, partner. The pointy end goes into the other man. This is the part of the walkthrough I accidentally bump into one thing. It starts a fire, a chain reaction, explosion, everything goes to shit. I am sure. And now Santa can't go on any more rampages. Click. Come on, baby. Give me a present for Christmas. Exceptional. Is that good? Is that good? I hope that's over 100%. Let's see here. The task was nothing for someone like me, who desires a challenge. No, therefore, you set about not only cleaning the hideous aftermath, but also carefully preserving each and every Christmas item you came across, except for the notes. The pitiable faces of deceased elves gazed ever into your eyes, but did not faze you. They were merely an objective, nothing more. That's true. They were horrible cannibals, and I'm glad they're dead. Sorry to any elves listening. Soon it was done, and you had saved Christ Mass for another spoiled generation of little shits, and earned your Employee of the Universe award. The holidays, however, will always mean nothing to you but opportunity. The opportunity, perhaps, to end it if you ever find the man responsible. I'm coming for you, Santa. Polar Sanitation Incorporated. Okay, but 118% get absolutely fucked. Everybody who didn't believe in me, suck on it. Eat it. I am I am magnanimous in victory, and you can tell by how I am saying, suck on that! Fucking nerds. Magnanimous. 8 K. To the true believers, the winners go the spoil. Now, somebody let them ban people, as long as it's not me. How'd we do here? Lead technician, me. Extra good sauce. Workforce size 1. My report accuracy was more than 54%. So that is technically passing in some low quality educational establishments, but not most of them. Death report accuracy was real bad. Oh, apparently it was not the best day ever, and I am not a cleaning god. And it was also... Or is that what that means, or is this just what I put here? I think that it means red is bad, usually, unless you're talking about investing, in which case red is good. I don't know how things work. Ain't Magnanimous one of those? Yeah, yes, he was. Unless you've seen Generation Kill, and you know what it really means. Which is... Hey, buddy, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Why are you still wearing your pajamas? I don't know, Derpy Turtle. Not as... The breaks between streams are getting a lot lower. I believe the last break was something like a year and a half or more. It doesn't really say what the right number would be, though. So what am I supposed to do with this shit? Other than look at it. Yeah, I wish there was a you got this wrong. Okay, so... You get a report accuracy, although I don't know exactly what that means. 40%. I wonder what my highest percentage was. 0%! No, apparently he was not eaten. He was 0% eaten. 17%, 16%, 14%. See, I rely on my score comes primarily from my attention to, liquid details. 50% murdered. Or accurate. I didn't even put anything here. I found the secret. I'm feeling alright, Psych. Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I wouldn't be here if I thought it was a danger to my health. That's one of the other things, and the most important thing for me is being able to have fun is kind of important. 100% on Catchy Little Arm. Apparently he was shot and murdered. I also did apparently dispose of him with dignity, which is a little sad because I would have... That's the one I got 100% on. Nice. Yeah, too much stuff on that one. Simple is good. Oh, no, we got another 100% here. Murdered, sliced, and halved. Now there are 2 of them. It's all about the averages, boys. I'm running this bell curve for all it's worth. 20%, little bitty toes. So 200% reports is pretty nice. And I'm going to screw up the rest of the class. Lots of fitties. Some zeros, more than I would like to see. Oh boy. You know, if you look at it just right, it kind of looks like 60%, even though it's definitely 0%. 2 100% in the report, and total time was 2 hours and 53 minutes. I mean, I'm sure you could have got 100% in 30 minutes if you were trying or good at this or something. But I'm not either of those things. Still. We did it, boys! There's no other jobs to do in Santa's Revenge either, so I guess that's all there is to it. And I don't know why there's blood in here, but... Where's my Employee of the Month thing? Eggnog kills. R.I.P. Comet dies after eating shell casing. Oh no. Tragic news. It has become known that Comet, the last reindeer of Santa's herd, has died. It's well known that Santa killed all his other reindeer. Comet was lucky enough to escape. However, on Santurday, he consumed a shell casing delivered to the farm from restored Santa's workshop. Inspection. I was genuinely overwhelmed. Not once in all my hard years I've seen such an amazing job. Hey, Trivaha, how you doing, my dude? Welcome back to you, too. Would I ever stream Space Station 13 again? Not only was everything spotlessly clean and restored, it was also organized and tidy. Titty. I would love... Sorry, I'm very mature, I know. I would love for this to become the norm, therefore I am requesting that we raise the expectations. No, that's not what a raise is. Typical corporate asshole. Oh no. Contagion kills thousands. Elf flu. Topical. Janitor destroys Christmas. Complete and unsanctioned destruction of festive items. It was like 2. Or 3, unless you count knives, in which case I think I might have saved Christmas. Janitor kills Santa. Employee of the month. After receiving their reward, the chance to sit with Santa, the janitor promptly went berserk and attacked him with a mop, causing brain damage. It was later revealed that Santa was actually just an ex-actor for hire, Helfig Stromer, famous only for not being a famous actor. That's famous. Acting. Your bottom is mine? Ha ha ha, that's it, you're dead. I've spent years inching my way up the corporate ladder, doing every disgusting job on offer, hoping to goddamn well get somewhere. Then guess what? You fucking come along and take that piss from me. To hell with mercy. I'm going to cook your arse for New Year's turkey. I'm going to cut you up slice by slice, a foul feast for a foul beast. Just you wait, Edgar Firecock. Dire warnings. I am being hunted, but I don't care because, the guy's name is Edward Firecock. I could probably beat him up. He's clearly been beaten up a few times before. Well, shizoop, fellas, I think we're done here, and I do think that, even though we've only been streaming for a little while here, it's only been 3 hours, I am going to be back tomorrow, or one morrow. No, yes, tomorrow. I'm sorry, I forgot how to count for a second there. So, I'm going to hang out and chat for a little while, but I think we're pretty much done here with Santa's Rampage, and the majority of the stream, so by hang out and chat, if you guys have any horrifying insults you want to send my way, I will guaranteed read chat for at least a couple of minutes here while you do so, and mostly what I want to do is put back that picture of my cat. Oh, look at his little face. Meow. Look at this production value. No cat. It's a cat tsunami. Run! I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and a happy holiday season, and I'm sure I'll get a chance to wish you a happy new year as well. Hang on one second, I have to cough. Don't lick your speakers. All better. Arash Mickey, thank you for gifting all those subs. Everybody's being really festive and giving and like a mafia boss, I'm getting my cut as well. Thank you guys so much. This has been awesome fun. You guys are the best out there. My chat still greater than all other chats, also greater than 3 or less than 3. I don't know which one, but I know what it looks like when I see it. Buckus, thank you so much for giving all these gifts and subs. I hope you guys are all having a great, happy, festive Christmas. Stay very healthy. Yeah, I'll hang out for a second and answer questions. If you want to answer, I'll probably give it. Dwarf Fortress Steam release thoughts. I'm glad that Toady is getting more money out of it. I understand his family is having some health issues. I see absolutely nothing wrong with the Steam thing, and I plan to buy it on there as well. I've sent money to him before. If there was any one game ever that deserved to be monetized, it's that one. Let's see here. Any games that have been wanting to stream? Yes, absolutely. Thank you, JT dude. Yeah, no, there are a billion games I wanted to stream. The entire time that I was gone, I was like, nope. Oh, this one's janky as fuck. I'm going to save that one for later. So, yeah, absolutely. There's a bunch of stuff I want to stream, and most of it's just weird, janky crap, or some things that interested me, and also a lot of stuff from ye olden days I'd like to do, like even Dwarf Fortress. I played a more recent release of that, had a lot of fun with it, found some cool things to do, and stuff I want to show you, so... Yes, Buckus, absolutely. I would like to do that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow. I might want to do some low-impact jank The thing about Dwarf Fortress that you need to know about me, though, is that I still don't like Fortress mode as much as Adventure mode, and Adventure mode hasn't changed much, unfortunately. Although there are a lot of really cool changes. They're just kind of deep inside. You have to wade through some shit. So I will do that. I don't think I'll be playing any Euro Truck Simulator. There are much better ways to spend your time playing random janky simulators than that one. That one's almost not janky enough for me. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's too good. I want it to be worse. Yeah, Tarn and Zach are, I don't know. Most times game devs are, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but they're just kind of regular dudes. But that motherfucker, go read his fucking IMDb if you know what I mean. That's not what I mean, but you know what I mean. Inspirational and intimidating. And actually using all them smarts. How is my mountain? I don't know. Let me see if I still have that. I bet I still have that installed. Hold on one second. I have Viscera up, so forgive any weird noises. Strange farting sounds. Mountain. Oh yeah, it is installed. You sure? Yeah, let's, for old time's sake, go ahead and toss the mountain up there. Or hopefully it won't be... Oh, no. It's doing the whole setup thing, draw, love, and all that. So I guess I don't have a mountain anymore. Sad. Yeah, sure, Corbin. You can do that, for sure. If you made something cool and you want to share it with people, you can... I don't know, I might ban you, though. I don't care. Follow the pink name rule, mods. Only ban them if they're subbed. No, I'm kidding. I know, my mountain is sad. What have you missed in the last 30 minutes? Very little. I finished the Viscera portion of the stream. I got 3,000%. I got 118%, so that's pretty good. And basically, I've just been chilling and hanging out, chatting with people about stuff. Yeah, Kata is an interesting game. I did talk about that recently. And yes, Zappa, I will be doing another stream tomorrow. I don't think ETS is a poor man's jalopy at all, and also I'm pretty sure jalopy is cheaper, and jalopy's pretty good. It's okay. Yes, Zero, it's the same crew. Look at all these names. Look at all these people. Taking care of me after all these years. Is there any way I can get the really old VODs like the NBA 2K? Those are gone? Huh. I don't know if you could find those anywhere. Yeah, Twitch is doing its own thing. I think the problem with the NBA 2K VODs is that they were archived on Twitch, and we couldn't send them to YouTube because they had music in them, and then YouTube was like, no, and then Twitch changed their policy, and they were like, no, and so... I don't know why I turned into a Valley Girl there, but it's hella sad. Yeah, looking out one. There is a YouTube channel that hosts my not just VODs, but also Snooley, if you know or remember, as I call him Smoo, and his wife, I believe, even did some highlight videos and editing to turn my VODs from the horrible, unwatchable garbage that they are into something actually cool. So, if anybody knows the link to that, apparently J-Ship does. Way to go. He just linked it in chat. It's free. And you can go ahead and go there and check that out. Or is that the one Mick made? I don't know. I get, they're both from sort of over somewhere far away. I don't know. I thought Mick made the website. Mick made the website, right? They both did a bunch of stuff to help out me, and I am obviously too stupid to know or understand the difference. Yeah, some of those things, Mimwing. Also, hey, Mimwing. There's a name that's traumatized me from the past. I won't get into why, but Mimwing, you know. You little bastard. I hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, no, there was a bunch of that old stuff in the Space Station 13 VODs. That was an experience. That's one of those things that almost is better to be told in stories than actually watching it, because I'm sure it wouldn't look all that great in hindsight. Oh, good, Silenci. I'm glad that helped. Well, if you're going to be on a mission, Mimwing, then I respect your mission to contrition. No, the Space Station 13 stuff is definitely too old for that. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Space Station 13 stuff was older than Justin TV, and it was probably streamed to livestream.cc on friggin' XSplit, so that stuff is up in smoke. Yeah, Derpy, I mean, I tried to do some stuff for YouTube, and I tried to stream it a few times, but it was one of those things where when people know what you're doing, it's only so amusing to be swarmed by gray shirts once or twice. But I had a couple fun times with it. The mods... In fact, Space Station 13 is where I got my rule about moderator abuse, that it's only okay if it's hilarious, except theirs was a little bit less strict than mine. Theirs was moderator abuse, exclamation point, and that was the rule. I don't know what's going on with EnviroBear. I don't know. I'd have to go through and look. I did find somebody in chat from the last stream was kind enough and helpful enough to give me an address to forward a request for information from those bastards at Disney who bought my contract out. It's probably expired, dead, incinerated, shredded, and gone. But yeah, it'd be nice if I could go ahead and take care of that, because one of the things that I realized while I was reading through that contract was that it also covered Twitch, so I'm a little worried about it, but I think I'm mostly being paranoid. Anyway, I did write them a super professional best email, and yeah, that was EAO Grim. That was you, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I did send them something off. I haven't heard anything back yet, and I don't expect to during the holidays, so... But at least the thread has been plucked. What are my thoughts on Crusader Kings 3? It could be good in a few years. It's alright right now. I don't know. It's like... Paradox games are like buying a book with a chapter in it, and then a bunch of blank pages. It just gets really tiresome after a while. Like, oh, this is going to be really fun in a decade. I don't know. Maybe... Am I being too critical? Mostly it seemed like what they added was... It was... A lot of stuff was simplified, and that was good. A lot of it was streamlined, and that was good. But it seems to have lost some things in translation. And also, the other thing about CK2 in particular was that it was really the mod scene that got me really fired up about that game. The base game was fun. It was very good in vanilla. But, ooh, when you put some sprinkles on that bitch, ooh. You don't have to agree with my opinion. You can think I'm an idiot, or you can agree. That's fine. You know, it's this one is just mine. I don't think that should have prevalence over any other one. Yeah, the Game of Thrones mod is still, for CK2, is still one of the best mods I've ever played. Like, holy cow. Oh, Tribaha said he found a link to the Donut Vampire run. Was that the one where I was the head of personnel and I... people would come and ask me for access, and I would flip a coin and be like, oh, Grayshirt, you want to be captain? Ting! Congratulations, Captain Grayshirt! I mean, authority is strange enough, but it's even more fun when it's applied arbitrarily. That's why you need to stop fighting against the RNG and just embrace it. The head of vampirism. They were good times. I don't know, I mean, isn't there some new stuff going on with Space Station? It's so weird to think about that game now, because even when I played it, it was really old, and now it's just archaic as fuck. And wasn't it built on some, like, framework that was designed for some shitty anime, like, Naruto game or something like that? It was Beyond, that's it was Beyond. And it was pretty cool, the stuff people could do with it. I played a bunch of other games on Beyond. It was sort of like a poor man's Unity, I guess, back in the day. Yeah, I've seen stuff about SS14 on Steam, but I don't recommend it. Every single time I have seen someone be like, this is the new Space Station 13. It looks like literal feces, and people hate it, so... I guess that's what happened when you have something with a good reputation. People are going to try to make money off of it. So be wary of that. That's like the Guild 3. People loved the Guild 2. It was a cult classic in a lot of ways. And so when they made the Guild 3, I was like, don't buy it. These motherfuckers are just using the name. And I'm sorry, I don't know, you can agree with me or not, but I still haven't bought it because from what I've seen, it doesn't look anything like the Guild 2, and it doesn't appear to look like the people who made it have ever even played the Guild 2. Unity Station? Okay. Also tell Sad I said hi, Jefmajor. Yeah, there's been about 10 new Space Station 13s, and every single time it's just like, no. I mean, you really can't. It's sort of like, you know how people are weirded out by Dwarf Fortress clones, if you will? You can't clone that. Like, the same with Space Station 13, Dwarf Fortress, and Kata. Those things represent, like, hundreds of thousands of man-hours of work, and work, and yes, they do have a core design principle, but you can't just write it down and be like, let's make that again. Without putting in years and all this stuff. It's like, what was that game company that... Space Base DF9, I think it was called? It was one of those major game people that everybody was like, yeah, these are real game devs, and they were like, we're gonna make our own Dwarf Fortress, and then 3 weeks later... we give up. Well, why is that? Because you realized exactly what you got your fucking selves into. Yeah, RimWorld is amazing. Very much so. But I don't think that's a clone. That's a disingenuous term, I guess. I guess that's true, Snilk. And I don't mean to shit on the Guild 3. If it turned into something great, it was on early access, so maybe that's not fair. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into it. I checked it out recently, but... yeah, I'd say RimWorld is its own different thing, and it's... in a lot of ways, when I see a game that people would call a Dwarf Fortress clone, I think to myself, no, that's really a RimWorld clone. And RimWorld is awesome, so... if Space Station 13 is still doing well and people are playing it, then that's probably the way to go, because like I said, it's had a lot of work in it. And I had a lot of great memories playing it. I think one of my favorite memories from, I don't know, this is probably, if you've played it recently, this probably isn't a thing, or maybe this happened all the time. I was working in, I think, I was a virologist or a pathologist back on, probably Uterus Station, way back in the day. And it was, the game mode was the Rebellion mode, and I accidentally invented or researched or found the airborne... extremely viral version of Ohn's syndrome, and I accidentally essentially inoculated the entire station from being turned in a rebellion, and I had no idea I'd done it. I had just been fucking around in the room, and the entire time I had just stayed in the room, because Ohn's puts sunglasses on you, and it makes it so you can't be flashed by the revolution people. And apparently that made them really mad, because as I was sitting there doing my thing, all of a sudden there was a group of people in spacesuits with arc welders outside the window knocking on the door going, you are dead now. Yeah, I've heard of Noita. It is not the perfect game for me, but I do like it unsubbed. I didn't like it a lot at first, but it's sort of like Slay the Spire, where it's a game that makes you angry, and then you keep playing it, and it's fun. But yeah, I wanted something different out of Noita, but I'm kind of glad they didn't give it to me, because Falling Sand, the game, is probably not a great idea. Upcoming Kerbal Space Program 2 seems fine. I don't have any reason to not like it. Don't know anything about Stone Shard. Yeah, I used to play on Goon Station all the time. I liked TG, was fun. They had those cool mech suits back in the day, and I also played on the Bay 12 one, but they were a bunch of fucking try-hard role players, so meh. Merry Christmas to you too, unsubbed, and everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming on a Christmas day to spend a little time with me. It's good times. Yes, KSP2 is a thing they're doing. I don't know anything about it. My hope with KSP is that they'll explore more of the competitive aspect of the space program thing, because my only real problem with Kerbal Space Program was that you were doing a space program, you were in a space race against no one. So, I don't know, maybe they'll add more spherical objects to go visit and whatever. What's my favorite game that came out in the last 2 years? Oh, geez, that's a complicated question. I don't know. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and say Barbie Horse Adventure, even though that came out like 12 years ago. I don't think about stuff like that. Like, I don't even know what games came out in the last 2 years. I don't play games based on their recency or count for the new things or anything like that. I usually just go with stuff I hear about from friends or family or something that I find that's interesting. Sometimes it's a 10-year-old game that I played for the first time 2 years ago. So, I watched J-Ship. I watched some auto chess and Underlord stuff. It's actually cool. I think the design of it was really interesting, and I would much rather play that than actual Dota. I'm really, really the whole 30-minute games that you play over and over and over again thing is just not a thing for me anymore. I have no interest in being caught up in that blender again. And I guess auto chess kind of falls under that, but it seems much faster and more simple. What's interesting is that I'm more interested in actual chess than I am in auto chess, and maybe we'll do a chess stream one of these days. I never said I was good at it, but if you're interested in cool content about chess and want to learn how to play, I'm going to give a shout out to a random person here. This guy on YouTube, some of you have probably heard of, Ben Feingold, has got some of the most hilarious videos and tutorials. He did the St. Louis Scholastic Club section. He was a teacher for children and did some, he's done high level and low level analysis, but it's hilarious, dude. And I always thought this guy should have a fucking YouTube channel, and now he does, and he's got a Twitch stream too. So there you go. Yes, I like chess. I mostly like it for playing against my niece and nephews because I can fucking destroy them because they have no idea what they're doing. And whenever they play, my family's like, "Oh, are you gonna let them win?" And I'm just like, "No, they need to learn how the world works." I don't know, Snoodle. I'm not really that interested in those weird chess variants. I think chess is interesting from a design perspective because how many games do you know that were invented in like the 1300s and people still play them? I'll wait. And don't say because nobody played that shit until they fucking dug it up or whatever. Well, cool, J-Ship. Maybe you can send me your Lee Chess thing. Not Go. That's alright, fine. Whatever. But I hate Go. You... Counter-Strike, yes. Also invented in 1337. Well, yeah, card games are like that too. But I'm just saying, it's like the design philosophy of chess is very interesting. One of the things that I like about chess is that it's a pure information game. And the thing about card games, and the reason I don't count them in the same category as chess, is that they're hidden information games. So it's like there's this built-in layer of subterfuge or whatever and ways to manipulate them. But chess is interesting because there's nothing hidden at all. You can see everything they're doing. They can see everything you're doing. They can tell what you're planning and all this. It's an interesting thing, especially from just a whole design perspective. I think it's fairly interesting. And Go falls under the same category. Maybe, I don't know, shogi, checkers, a lot of that stuff. Do I play on what? I've literally never played a ranked game of chess in my life. I play versus Stockfish on like level 5, and I get my fucking ass kicked, and I play against my nieces and nephews. But mostly, I'm interested in chess from a game design perspective. I want to know how it works and how people's ideas and play philosophy has evolved over the years. And I like the sort of poetic aspect of it too. You can go find, there's like poems and love letters and paintings from a long time ago that are just weird references to chess things that you can only really understand if you have an understanding of the board. Exactly, Calrog, man. As long as they're under 5 feet tall, I have a fucking Grandmaster rating. Oh shit, Massive, watch out. They're coming. You're catching up. Is that right, Psych? They need to patch out on Passant. Imba as fuck. Nerf, please. Volvo, fix. That's awesome, Young Thuggers. See? Yeah, exactly. It's interesting stuff. I love all that sort of stuff. My brain is full of all this random crap that I've been like, I want to learn about that for an hour or two. I don't know. I'm sure someday I'll finally sit down to a game of Trivial Pursuit and absolutely crush everyone with all of my ancient Mesopotamian historical factoids. But until then, they're just weighing me down. Rural, I haven't been able to play point and click since I was a kid. I loved them when I was a kid. I loved Loom and that Indiana Jones one, and obviously Monkey Island, and a bunch of other games. I know the people who made Loom reportedly did something recently, but, yeah, I don't think it is this one, but somebody mentioned Disco Elysium to me. I tend to not really be super interested in point-and-click adventure games these days, but back in the day, I actually spent money calling tip lines. Not my money, my parents' money, calling tip lines. Like, yo, how the fuck? Pre-internet days. Yes, I'm old. Yes, this is a stream wrap-up without Google Mans. Cool AF, man. Sorry, it's just a cat. I think in some ways this is far superior. Although, I have other things I could show you from my stream overlay, like, here, somebody say something about computers. Actually, you know what? Oh, Day of the Tentacle and Maniac Mansion. That shit was amazing. Computers are rad. Fucking nerds. I tried to make it look like it was coming out of the ocean, but... Production value. Suit Shark is angry. And no one messes with the horn. You mess with the fart, you get the horn. People pay me money for this. That's fucking weird. Yeah, the stream overlay is all messed up too because I changed the resolution because of whatever. Oh yeah, the game I was playing, so I could read chat. But in the meantime, oh wait, yeah, this is the portion of stream that we are at. Loud crunching noises. I know. I actually, J-Ship, you say you missed the overlay. Hang on, let me just make a new preset here. I think I may, hang on, I think I may even have saved some of those. Let me just try this here. Oh boy. This is going to be weird. I'll see if I can create it again live on stream with some of the things that I used to have on it, because I do have some of them here. So let's see. That one was there. There was this one. I think there was... Some of these are poorly made, and I would... Oh, yeah. This was a classic. Everybody remembers this one. Hey, where'd the other guy go? Where did it go? I'm missing one. How can... There we go. Oh, yeah, my favorite. We're doing it live! I don't even know if that's animated. I don't know why this... Yeah, some of this shit is really weird and probably unrelated. Oh, another favorite. Another favorite. Okay, yes, this one is for flavor mostly, but it's good, it works. I love badminton, by the way. This is extremely badminton. Oh, senpai! Oh. Will OBS even run this one? Yes. No! Where did it go? Come back. Transform. Reset position. Where is it? It's gone. Oh, I know why. It's because it's not on loop, and it's a video and not a GIFles. I hate internet sometimes. Ha ha ha. What else do we have here? There's this one. I don't know why that was there, but I guess it was. Science and shit. For nerds. I put this one around Easter because it's gross. Yes. There's a lot more in here too. I've got like from the days of watching the Game of Thrones show. We've got Gendry and his little boat. I assume he's out there still rowing somewhere. We'll just put him over here. Little bitty guy. And oh man. Oh, where's the one of the dancing Batman guy? Oh, ooh. Classic, El Clasico, Senpinosaur, the Blush Velociraptor, and then, of course, horse racing, done properly. Floppy, 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 floppy. I don't know, this is all just weird random crap. Why not add more of it? Oh, yeah, this was like a centerpiece. I don't know what this is from. What's this from? Someone tell me words. Explain words to me so I know things. I don't. Oh, Alex made this. Thank you, Alex. I am coming to your planet to steal your women's. That was from Creature Combiner or something like that. I don't know. Nobody cares what things are. I hope this is animated because nope, it's not. Oh, I guess it is. I don't know. Things are happening. Tacos for some reason. Oh yeah, I had a lot of Shoop de Whoops on here. Nobody even knows what that is anymore. I'm so old. Oh yeah, I love this one. Skrillex being attacked by a bee. Dramatic hair flip. Human. Yeah, they're all here. It's all here. Even the old background with the glory hole installed. Some of these things do not need to be remade, but oh yeah, and the old garbage GIF from the 100 billion years ago. Let me get rid of this one. The fuck. Oh yeah. He just wants a friend. No. Oh yes, more of the things. See, it's all here. There's a bunch more other ones here, but I guess these are the best ones. They'll work for now. Ooh, right in the face. Feline disrespect from behind. It's like a time machine, except for the old internet, sort of. Everyone's favorite thing. Ancient internet time machines. Hey, the Lumit, thank you for the sub, my dude. Alright, guys, there we go. We've temporarily recreated Le Memoir or Le GIF horror show from back in Le Day. Whoops. Let's see if I can take this guy and put it up over here and cover up the hole. There, it's the little itty bitty guy. Yes. No gaps. Small gaps. Minor gaps. By the way, if you want to see a cool Willem Dafoe YouTube video, check out Gaps. I guess it's cool. Okay, so let's check out the transition. Come on. Come on. Doot. And then, no. Good. Oh, yeah, this is fucking amazing. Look at all these pixels flying around. I'm like a pixel sorcerer. Just... The value is exploding. I'm just glad you guys remember my weird shit like this. I had a lot of fun making it before and goofing off. I'll go through and find a whole new... In fact, I have, like... Yeah, no, I have a disturbingly large amount of saved content that I could use for this. Let's just say, you could have a misspent youth and a misspent adulthood as well. So, there's some goals and aspirations for you to hopefully achieve someday. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and wind down this shindig for real. Thank you guys so much for everything. You are literally the figurative, metaphorical, euphemistic, best chat ever. And I miss you guys. Thank you guys for coming back and waiting for me. I'm sorry I was gone, but we're going to do it together. We're going to make it through this. I'm still here, and so are you. So let's try to make the best of it. Thank you guys again for everything. Have an awesome Christmas, holiday, and New Year's for those of you who won't be there tomorrow. But for those of you who will, haha, I'm going to be bad again tomorrow. Take it easy, fellows, and I will see you. Bacchus, thank you for more stuff. And everybody that I missed, I'm sorry. I did my best. I hope I didn't miss too many, but Mini Pancho, thank you. Thank you guys for all the subs and support. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are the fucking best. Peace outside. Goodwill on earth. Merry Christmas, and hopefully everyone will get some world peas. Later, my nerds.